the game tonight, we have two concession stands, both in operation.
Warning, the following high school football game is not for the faint of heart.
He's trying to look downfield, being chased down by Devin Porter. He throws it out of bounds. Howe has the game. Here's Zagleski. Here's Zagleski.
Please take all necessary precautions.
To the 3, to the 2. He's in. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is on HoweEnterprise.com and is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden,
Intercepted. Brought down by J.C. Helfenstell.
Bucks Norton Barbecue, Tech Wave, Robertson Welding Services, Knight Furniture, FBC Howe, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty.
Well, the ball's on the turf. Howe says they have it, and they do. Austin Lee comes up with a football.
Now get ready because it's football time in Texas on HoweEnterprise.com.
Mason Riggs, look out. He's got the 30, 35. He's got some speed. 50, 45. It's a foot race to the 30, 25, 20. Kiss him goodbye. 89 yards.
Here's the voice of Howe Bulldogs football, Monty Walker.
Well. Like Eddie Rabbit said, I love the rainy nights. But Eddie Rabbit must not have been a football fan. Now, these rainy nights are turning our Fridays into Thursdays and our kickoff times to delays. What normally is reserved for junior high and junior varsity nights will now try and emulate Friday Night Lights with Thursday night rain-soaked homecoming mums and clarinets. Nevertheless, it's Howe bringing their 3-0 record 90 miles to Boyd to try to keep the 4-game winning streak alive. Good evening, everyone. Monty Walker, along with Justin White, Stephen Braswell, our sideline personality, Caroline Slauson, unfortunately could not make the trip with us tonight. Something about school or ESPN or some kind of book club. Who knows what she's doing tonight, but we miss her, and we won't have her here with us tonight, but we'll be thinking about her. Tonight it is Howe and Boyd. It's got to be a pretty good game here tonight. It's going to be a wet surface, and we're going to be delayed just about 15 minutes of kickoff time, but it shouldn't delay us too bad. This is game number 758 for the Howe Bulldogs. And it is, let me see, Howe has a record of 385 wins, 348 and 24 since the first game on this date back in 1935. It's the Howe Bulldog anniversary. It's, what is that? How many years is that, Justin? Is that?
Oh, that's going to be
math. 83 years.
Yes.
That's math. Howe is 3-0 on the year. The Bulldogs start the season with 3 wins for the first time since 2015. Back then, they beat Bonham 41-14, Sacred Heart 27-0, and Lindsay 40-14 that opened that season. The Howe teams that started 3-0 so far in their history is, along with this year's 2015, as we mentioned, they went 4-0. 2010 started 4-0. 1996 started 3-0. The 1987 Bulldogs 6-0, 84 3-0, 1966 5-0, and I think they went 5-5. They won 5 and then lost 5 in '66. We'll have to ask Norman Dickey about that. And then in 1948 3-0, 46 8-0, 45 8-0, 41 4-0. The 1940 team, the best one to start, they started 9-0. They actually went 9-0-1, I believe. And in 1939, 7-0. The coaches that have started 3-0 for their career, Bill Jailing in his Bulldog career now 3-0. Other head football coaches for Howe that did that was Corey Crane, started 4-0. Davey DeBose 3-0. Then now we're back in the 40s. George Matlock 3-0. Jack Osborne 8-0. John B. Lair 8-0. H.A. McDonald 4-0, and Wesley Cox in the 30s started 9-0. So the offensive attack, we all know what Howe's doing offensively now. They're running the football back similar to their slot T days a few years ago when they were making all of those playoff appearances. Howe has accumulated 268 yards of rushing last week against Bells, total for the season is 920 yards on 150 carries. That's 6.13 yards per carry. Howe's total yardage overall of 949 yards on 157 offensive plays gives them 6.04 yards every time they snap the ball. That, my friends, is pretty impressive. The streak. Howe's now won 4 games in a row, including the season finale a year ago against, we've done a Thursday night game with you. The last time Howe played on Thursday night was back on November 12, 2015. You may not remember it when I tell you the date, but you will remember it when I tell you the game. It was the bi-district championship against Edgewood. Howe trailed 27-0 midway through the second quarter. Eventually came from behind 43-33 to win what was the greatest come-from-behind victory in school history. And I say that, and I was a part of the Salina and the Olney year in 1990, and those were tremendous come-from-behind playoff wins. But that one, when you're down 27-0, come back and win. That's I'm sorry, you can't top that one. On this day in Bulldog history, the anniversary of the Bulldog, they are 4-4 so far. Of course, Howe lost that first game on September 20th, 1935 at Tioga. Former player Glenn Heston, the late Glenn Heston, told the story that the Bulldogs traveled to Tioga in that first game on the backside of a flatbed truck, and that's how they got to their very first game.
Wow.
In 1940, Howe beat Sherman B team 12-0. In 1963, they beat a little school named Allen 20-6. In 1968, they lost to Whitewright 32-13. In 1985, lost to Salina 18-7. 1991, beat Little Elm. That was a fun game, 32-7. And in 1996, beat Honey Grove 7-0. And the latest game played on September 20th was in 2013 when they lost to Gunner 19-0. Howe versus Boyd is 1-2 overall. Howe's win came on October 10th, 2010 in a 47-20 shootout at Bulldog Stadium. The first game between the two teams was in the area championship round on November 19th, 1998. That was at Pennington Field in Bedford. I remember that game. Boyd advanced past Howe 28-13. And this is Howe's second trip to this stadium, which was built in 2010. It's a very nice place over here with artificial turf. The Dogs lost that game, their only game they played over here in this stadium, 55-6. Legendary coach, was a legendary coach here. Coached here for 35 years, racked up 274 wins. He has his own room over there now that he sits in the press box. Just a, and you got to have a lot of character to be able to stay in one job for 35 years. And then on top of that, they name the field after you, give you your own, hey, you can't have any shenanigans going on when they do stuff like that. So
you got to win a lot and please a lot of people.
He certainly did that. Started here in 1974, and he started as an assistant coach. Got the head coaching job in 1977. Earned his first win over Callisburg back in 77, 26-14. And let me turn that up a little bit. I understand we need a little bit more volume there. We'll give that to you. So got his first win, 26-14, back in that 1977 season. Decided to retire after the 2011 season. So he hands it off to the head coach, Brandon Hopkins. Now, Hopkins played for him. Hopkins grew up here in Boyd, Texas. Was a Yellowjacket, married his high school sweetheart, went off to college, came back, got an assistant coaching job here at Boyd, and eventually became the head coach here at Boyd. Now, he hadn't had the most success, not the same success that Cartwright had. He's 24-46 in his 7th year. His best season was his first, 7-5 back in 2012. But Cartwright won 2 state titles in 83 and 04. Hopkins still looking for that. He's a 92 grad over here at Boyd, but he's still looking for his success to happen over here in Boyd under his watch.
I remember those Boyd teams. You may remember too, back in the '90s, those '90s Boyd team. Nobody wanted to face those guys, and then they end up winning one back in '83 and then back in '04. So Boyd got a lot of tradition over here.
Yeah, 1991, Boyd went 9-2. Then they went 11-1. Then 13-1, 7-3, 9-3, 7-3. So I'm telling you what, that's a good decade. '98 they went 11-2, and '99 they went 14-1. So that's a real good decade for a program. And I tell you what, the teams are out on the field. Howe's going to be wearing their white tops tonight, black pants, and black helmets. Boyd, the green and gold, will have green tops, gold pants, gold helmets. And, those are some interesting. They're kind of Green Bay Packerish.
Yes,
have
very
a look
much.
to them.
Very much so.
Very much. So we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll have the senior spotlight and the coaches show, and we'll be back right after that.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game, behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Coaches Show with Bill Jailing. The Coaches Show is brought to you by FBC Howe. Now let's join Monty Walker with Bulldogs head coach Bill Jailing.
All right, Coach, another ball control evening last Friday night, another big win against Bells. Talk about that.
It was a great win for us, great win for the community. It was a tough night. We had to overcome some adversity early with a couple turnovers, and the rain didn't help the situation. But I was really proud of our kids. They overcame it. I mean, it was the first time this year we were down. We were losing 7-0, and it's always a good test for your football team to see how they're going to respond to that. And I was really proud of the way our kids responded, and they came out in the second half and took control of the game, and that's all you can ask them. We're close to playing 4 full quarters of football, but we're not there yet. But it's a work in progress each week.
Each week, Austin Lee, Cameron Blessside, one of them has 3 touchdowns and one of them has 300 or 100 yards, and it seems like they flip-flop in that role. We talk about the offensive line. They're really the key as to their success.
Our offensive line is doing an outstanding job. The big thing is I think that we keep it simple up front for them. The rules are always simple, which I think is huge, because we're not changing up their blocking. This week you're blocking this play this way, next week you're blocking it that way. So we kind of keep it simple for them up front, and I think I'm a firm believer when you don't have to think as much, you can play a whole lot faster and are more aggressive. And I got to give a huge prop to our offensive line. They're doing an outstanding job, and it's like I tell them each week, I said, I don't care what a defense puts in front of us. If you guys fire out the way I know you're capable of, we're going to be just fine.
Going into last week's game, a lot of people may have thought about, well, the secondary, they haven't really been tested, and going against a team like Bells who slings it around quite a bit, that would be a good test, but your team passed the test in the secondary.
They absolutely did. Our defense played outstanding again. Coach Zagleski's doing a great job with that group. The secondary, they got tested a little more last week than the previous 2 games. They rose to the challenge and they did well. The weather didn't help Bells' passing game, but they still didn't stop him from slinging it. So I was really proud of our secondary. It's a work in progress each week. Sooner or later we're going to face a team that's going to have a true deep threat and a quarterback that can shoot it down the field. So it's something you got to work on each week, but it's the exact opposite of when you're preparing for us. I think secondary coaches, when they play us, just take a nap because there's not much passing going on. But no, I was really proud of our defensive effort. Like I keep saying, I'm a firm believer defensive wins championships, and Coach Zagleski's doing a great job keeping those kids rolling.
We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about Boyd.
The First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
Coach, the game's been moved to tonight, Thursday night, and let's talk a little bit about that. Does that throw a kink into maybe some of your superstitions that you have for Fridays?
It throws a huge kink into everything. I've been in a complete whirlwind all day, and it puts us in a bind. You lose a day of preparation. The kids will be prepared for the game, but you just lose that extra day of repping, which can throw a big wrinkle in the mix. But going on Thursday game, it just scares me when that routine is off. And I'm a very superstitious guy, and I have to do things a certain way on game day, and I'm used to it being on Friday. Now it's on Thursday. I told the coaches, you wear the exact same thing you wear on Friday. We treat it as a Friday. I'm eating the same thing tonight that I usually would eat on Thursday night. I mean, it's just, you don't mess with a win streak, so I'm very worried about that. I even had to call one of my good friends on the way over here and say, man, tell me it's going to be all right. Just because when you throw a wrinkle like this, it stresses me out. It's a good thing I don't have any hair, or otherwise all the gray hair would be popping out right now. But I believe our kids will be all right. Traveling's a big factor in this. It's a little longer road trip than we're used to. We're leaving earlier, so we got to get the kids over there, get them off the bus, get their legs loose, and get them going. But I'm a firm believer our kids are gamers, and they're going to show up and play on Thursday night. Boyd's a very good football team. I think this will be our biggest challenge so far. We've played 3 really good teams, but Boyd is a pretty good team, so they're going to give us a challenge.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. A lot of sophomores, and that can maybe fool some teams when they scout Boyd. 7 starters on defense are sophomores, 5 on offense, but they don't look like sophomores that I've seen.
No, they're very very big, and they're athletic. They're definitely going to hit you in the mouth, and that's going to be something our kids are going to have to respond to. They're a well-coached team. What they do offensively and defensively is going to throw some wrinkles that we haven't seen. But I firmly believe it's going to be the same thing. They're going to try to stack the box, stop the run. They're going to test our secondary some, and they're probably going to test us a little more in the run game out of the spread than we're used to. But I think we'll be all right. Our kids are motivated. When I talk to them every day, they're starting to believe that they can win every Friday night, and that's a huge accomplishment.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hey Bulldogs, great news. I'm your hometown realtor, and I'm also a Bulldog. Hello, I'm Kevin Sarles, and I'm with Exalt Realty. I wanted to tell you about the new 321 program for our new home buyers or those who haven't owned a home in 3 years. A $1,500 grant is tied to the program, and a $2,000 gift card at a local major retailer is available. This promotion is for a limited time, and qualifications do apply. Call me anytime, 903-821-4163.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm. Now let's join Monty Walker with this week's senior.
All right, so this week we're joined with Cameron Blessai and J.D. Thornton. We'll start with Cameron Blessai over here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. You didn't start here in Howe, but when did you get here?
I came here in 8th grade. I moved from Garland, Texas to Howe.
And when did you start playing football?
I started playing football my kindergarten year.
Do you remember what position you played?
Oh, man. I want to say defensive end.
So you've always been a defensive end type. So talk about carrying the football. You and Austin pretty much leading the team in categories of rushing and carries and touchdowns and all of that. So talk about that. When did you start running the football, and is that something that's new to you?
I started running the football this year. I used to be like the 4th string tailback when I first started playing varsity football. It's a new experience because I have to learn how the linemen block and where to cut and stuff. So it's new.
So we're over here in the dressing room, and Mason Riggs is talking about some plays, and it seems like he may have made up some plays as you're going along. Is that what happens?
All the time. Mason likes to give me a hard time every day. It's nothing new.
So talk a little bit about other things you're involved with here at Howe High School.
I'm actually in the poultry judging team for FFA and life skill aid.
And you have a job, is that what I understand?
I do have a job.
Where's that?
I work on a farm in Sherman.
All right. Anything else about Cameron Blesseye we should know?
I usually like to have a good time. I'm always smiling. And
what is this flats business?
Yeah, it was back when I was a sophomore. They decided to put me at outside linebacker. I never played outside linebacker, and Hudson asked me where the flats were. And that day, the camera people came, and this lady, she knows everything about football somehow. She told me where the flats were because I didn't know where they were. And so I got crap every day that whole year where the flats were.
That's awesome. That's Cameron Blesseye. When we come back, we'll talk to J.D. Thornton.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
And now we're with J.D. Thornton, who's a cornerback. His brother is safety for the Howe Bulldogs. Let's talk about that a little bit. You and your brother got here, what year, a couple years ago?
Last year. We got here last year.
And where were you from before?
McKinney.
And which school in McKinney?
McKinney High.
But you had a stop between McKinney and Howe, is that right? Where was that?
Yeah, Leonard.
And how was Leonard?
It was all right. Our basketball team was good. I mean, I like it down here better than Leonard.
What is it about Howe that you like?
Just new people, friends, school, sports, all that.
Pretty easy to fit in here once you got here?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Everyone was cool.
So talk about other things that you're involved in outside of football.
Basketball, baseball. I played baseball my whole life.
And what position in baseball?
Second base.
So did you play baseball this past year?
No, I didn't play this past year.
Oh, so but you are?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I haven't played in like 5 years.
What is it like having your brother on the team with you?
I mean, it gives me confidence because, you know, we've played with each other our whole lives. And I know what he knows what I can do. I know what he can do. So.
Are y'all competitive? Do y'all compete at all with each other?
Oh, no doubt, yeah. Real competitive.
So who's faster?
I say I'm faster, but he thinks he's faster.
So what's it like so far being 3-0 on the season?
Oh, it feels good compared to last year, you know. Last year was pretty tough coming into a new season. 3-0 feels good.
What do you think you're going to see from Boyd?
I feel like it'll probably be one of our toughest games coming in, but I think we'll do all right. We'll be pretty good.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Well, we're back here at J.G. Cartwright Field, Yellowjackets Stadium here in Boyd, Texas. It's a nice place. Nice turf, a big track around it, full-size track. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's an 8-lane track. Yep, it sure is, a standard size. So let's go over the starting offense for Howe tonight. Up front, Elijah Campbell. He will be split out wide. Jacob Howell, the left tackle, senior. Chris Garrison, the senior left guard. Parker Blunt, the senior center. J.C. Helpensell, the junior right guard. And we'll have to check and see who's starting tonight at right tackle. It will not be Jaron Ing, who is a junior. It might actually be Carson Grogan. We'll check and see who that is. Maybe Dyson Dillard or Alex Kellum. We'll try to check. Maybe Stephen Braswell can find out who that right tackle is for us tonight. Devin Porter will be the tight end. He's a senior. The quarterback tonight, he's 3 out of 4 passing for the year. 29, that's pretty good percentage. 3 out of 4. 29 yards through the air is Leighton Elvington. He's a junior. Let's see. Mason Riggs will start at running back. He has 7 carries, 75 yards. There's a massive horn and carnival music and everything else you got coming out of there. You can probably hear. Here's Cameron Blesside, the starting fullback. 30 carries, 203 yards on the season. And Austin Lee switches time with him. He has 24 carries, 141 yards. I may need to update that. I don't think that's right. And then Arturo Louder, the wingback. You'll see just a plethora of backs. Not just Arturo, who's a junior, but you'll see Spencer Akins. You see a bunch of those running in and out of there. So let's go over the starting defense for Boyd, Justin.
All right, on the defensive line, moving left to right. Dylan Inman, a sophomore. Bartolo Guevara, also a sophomore. Jacob Herring and Clay Rodriguez on that front defensive line. Linebackers, Alan Gott, middle linebacker. Nick Taylor.
He's big.
He's one of the leaders on this defense. Dawson White, a junior.
He's big.
Cornerbacks, Hayden Eder and Braden Hopkins. And then safeties, Caleb Armijo and Dallas King. They got 7 sophomore starters on this defensive side of the ball for Boyd.
They also have 5 sophomore starters on offense, but don't let that fool you. They are very, very talented. We'll talk about Taylor and Dawson White later on in the broadcast. Those 2 cats are pretty huge. One's a sophomore, one's a junior. The starting defense for Howe, it's a 3-3 stack look. Devin Porter, Dillard, and Cameron Blesseye up front. The linebackers, you'll get there, Jacob, one day, not today. Elijah Campbell, Austin Lee, J.C. Helpensell, and Mason Riggs. The safeties, Arturo Louder and Jalen Thornton. The corners, J.D. Thornton and Caden Harmon will start tonight as the Boyd Yellowjacket cheerleaders are doing a performance on the field. It's their halftime, and it's their homecoming tonight, which plays into Howe's psyche a little bit. Coach Jay told them about that. But let's go over the Boyd offense.
All right, let's start on the offensive line. 3 sophomore starters on this offensive line. You're talking about 5 on total. The three on this offensive line. Left tackle Garrett Van Kampen, Bartolo Guevara, Rustin Ellis at center, right guard Jacob Herring, and right tackle Hunter Nash. Wide receivers Nick Taylor and Brian Couture, along with Caleb Armijo and Jason King. Quarterback is Cody Reisenhoover, a senior, and running back is Alan Gott.
And you might possibly see Boone Eustace come in. He started against Munster in week 1, had some ankle issues, has not played in the last 2 weeks, but we possibly could see Eustace. He was really a factor in that Munster game. Kobe Miller may see some time at split end as well. He did not play the last 2 weeks, but he started against Nocona in week 1. So the Boyd Yellowjackets beat Nocona that first week 38-12 at home here, but went on the road for a 2-game road trip and lost both games. Holiday, they got beat 48-12, and then last week played at Lake Worth and lost a nail-biter 28-27. So Boyd is 1-2 on the season. They're in the same district with Pilot Point, Brock, Whitesboro, Paradise, Ponder, and Bowie. So they've got their work cut out for them in that district. That's a pretty tough district. Howe was worried that they would be put in that district.
Oh, man.
But Howe, I think, got the break and is in the district that they are in. So far, Pilot Point 3-0 on the year. Brock 2-1. Whitesboro 2-1. Paradise 2-1. You would think those are probably your playoff teams at the top right now. You would probably think. Could change. Boyd will definitely have something to say about that. And Bowie as well. So In Howe, the district is with Bonham, Rains, Lone Oak, Pottsboro, Commerce, and Van Alstyne, and how that's shaping up right now. Of course, it doesn't matter. No district games have been played, but Howe is 3-0. Bonham is 2-1. Rains 1-1. They had washed out a few weeks ago. Lone Oak is 1-1. They also were washed out. Pottsboro's 1-2. Commerce 0-2, and their our most loved team, Van Alstyne, is 0-3. Our crosstown rival. We really not. We don't have anything against them. We love our crosstown team. So 0-3 are the Van Alstyne Panthers. They've played a really tough schedule, and they I tell you what, just because they're 0-3 means nothing, because the talent that they've played has been amazing. So they got beaten a nail biter and a heartbreaker last week to Anna 30-29. So you're talking about a numbers game in football. Anytime a school like Van Alstyne is playing a team like Anna with so many more kids, just to be in that game is quite amazing, and to lose by one's pretty good for Van Alstyne. They will be just fine. Do not worry about your Panthers. So last week, Howe beat Bells 30-15. Bonham beat Leonard 48-7. Rains lost to Cooper 29-12. Lone Oak lost to Edgewood 22-14. Pottsboro lost to Munster 39-34. Commerce lost to Community 34-0. And Van Alstyne lost to Anna 30-29, as we mentioned. So the only two wins out of our district a week ago was Howe and Bonham. And the Howe Bulldogs will get Bonham next week.
You know, talking about that Pottsboro Munster game, that was a close game right there for most of obviously most of the game. To be able to hang with the state champions of Class 2A.
If you're just tuning in, the game has been pushed back to 7:45 because there was lightning early on. Matter of fact, we probably would be on time if it were not for Stephen Braswell. We're up here in the press box early on, and it's just me, Stephen, and the I guess the stadium guy. And Stephen says, "Hey, I saw some lightning a minute ago right over in that corner." And he said, "What? You really did? Oh, that means I got to delay it." And he gets on the PA and calls the delay, and I'm going, "Man, what did you do?
Oh, wow.
Why did you do that?" And of course, in fine fashion, Mr. Braswell says, "Look,
just kidding. No, I didn't.
I'm a safety manager. I'm just looking out for the kids." So
there you go. There's when it comes to it, we go back to that.
So you can all blame Stephen Braswell for the delay a little bit. Head coach Bill Jailing here at Howe. They call him Coach J. He's of San Antonio. Transferred to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania when he was a kid. Played football and baseball at Duquesne University, and joined the Marine Corps 1997 through 2005. Had a tour in Iraq. He's got a wife named Amy and a son named Jackson. His overall record now 11-31 after the 3-game win streak. He started 1-9 in his first head coaching job at Cushing, improved that program to 4-6 the following year, but then moved to Hampshire Finette, where he started 1-9 and had to rebuild again. 2-7 a year ago, and now here he is 3-0 at Howe. He replaces Zach Hudson, 30-28 at Howe, who's now at 4A Maybank. He was 29-19 heading into 2017. Coach Hudson, the most playoff games and wins in school history with 8 games and 5 wins. Head coaching win leaders in Howe, Norman Dickey with 51 in his 12 seasons, Jim Fryer 41 in 5 seasons, Davey DeBose 34 in 5 seasons, and Zach Hudson in 30 in his 5 seasons. Again, game number 75, 758 overall for the Howe Bulldogs in their program. And tonight, I have to remind you, we said it on our Facebook page today. Tune in and listen. Here we go. We will tonight have a State Fair of Texas play of the game. Okay. You guys are going to have to remind me of this because I'm good at forgetting stuff.
Okay.
State Fair of Texas play of the game. Now, at some point during the broadcast, we will name a State Fair of Texas play of the game. We'll describe it to you, and you have to email us and be the first one to email news@howeenterprise.com and let us know which play is the State Fair play of the game. Again, first one to email us, you'll win a family 4-pack of tickets to this year's State Fair of Texas, and we'll announce who the winner is in Monday's edition. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more pregame until Stephen Braswell's delay is over. We'll be right back right after this.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome back. We're in Boyd, Texas. Monty Walker along with Justin White, Stephen Braswell. Caroline has the night off. She's doing book club or something. So we'll talk a little bit about this game. We're in pregame. Again, it's been delayed until 7:45 kickoff due to a lightning strike earlier, so they pushed it back just a little bit. It's Thursday night football. Let's go over the keys to tonight's game, Justin.
Let's start with just pretty much what the Bulldogs do is running the ball and using these. It's turning into being just you usually have a smash and dash or a thunder and lightning. It's really pound and pound with Cameron Blesseye and Austin Lee leading the way for the with that rushing attack. Keep this offense on the sidelines for Boyd. We need 4 quarters of football tonight. Bulldogs have been getting better each week. Started off pretty fast to begin the game, and then at the end having to kind of keep things together. Last week, it kind of switched. They kind of started out slow, but stayed with it, ended up winning the game. But they're going to need to play more of a complete game. This is going to be one of their most more difficult games here tonight against Boyd. And then finally, I think you're going to need to be, as far as tackling, pressuring the quarterback, you're going to be cleaning some things up on defense here with this Boyd passing and rushing attack.
Well, the Boyd Yellowjackets in their gold pants and green shirts and gold helmets are making their way into their tunnel. There's about probably 20 or 25 American flags. Mm-hmm. Each young man carrying an American flag. Pretty nice. That'll be a nice little run through that they come out of. And then the Bulldogs on the far side have the big Bulldog blow-up tunnel with the Bulldog head, same one they've had for a few years, thanks to Loretta Anderson, who sponsored that many years ago, and the Bulldogs taking good care of it. It is nice. So the Bulldogs will be they love to take the ball first. We'll see how that goes in the coin toss. Again, we don't have Caroline tonight, so we won't have a mic down in the huddle, in the coin toss huddle, but we'll make do.
You know, they've won. I've been keeping up with this each week. They've won 2 coin tosses, lost 1. But you said earlier they've received all three kickoffs. So that's one thing Coach Jay wants. He wants the ball first.
He does want the ball first, and we'll have to see here if you hear that sound. It's not a police escort. Nobody's in trouble. But these days, I think it may just be getting a little bit out of hand. It started back in the day with the horns. Remember the air horns that people had with the air horns?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was kind of cool. The air horns are facing the other way. They're not crazy loud. Even if a half dozen or a dozen or even 2 dozen people have air horns, that's okay. They're usually for playoff games and things like that. But here we are in week 3. And not only do we have the massive air horns now on the sidelines that parents run, but now we have this crazy, it's like an ambulance is on site.
Yeah. And remember before all the horns came out, remember people used to have the, I guess, put BBs inside of a can or inside of like a, oh, wow.
Yeah, and here come the Boyd Yellowjackets making their way onto the field. Again, one Texas flag and one American flag, and then one, it looks like a fire and police flag. Mm-hmm. And here come the Howe Bulldogs on the very far side breaking out of their tunnel. Those are military flags, as I understand, by Stephen Braswell. So we're having to share a booth next to Coach McCormick and just making sure we can see up here. Tell him. He's writing me notes over here.
You gonna pass the notes over there?
Yeah. You gotta love Coach McCormick, man. I'll tell you what, that is one awesome guy over there. And so the Bulldogs have made their way on the field. The captains are out. The Boyd Yellowjackets are in the end zone. They just kneel and parade for a moment in the corner of the end zone. I believe this is a north to south field. I'm almost certain. Let me get my compass out here, and I can make sure and not I don't want to give anybody any fake news as we go along here. Right now, we are facing northeast. So the field itself is running kind of northwest to southeast. Our left is northwest.
Yes.
And our right, on the flip side, is southeast. So we have the vantage point way up here in the sky. It's not too high. You go to some of those new stadiums, and it's tremendously way up high, and it's really hard to see. This one not. We've got a good vantage up here.
Y'all were high up a couple of years ago when over in Roy City when y'all had that playoff game you were talking about earlier, the comeback.
Very hard to see. Yes,
y'all were way up in the sky.
Yeah. So we have captains for Boyd walking out. That'll be the quarterback, Cody Reisenhoover. Also, the running back, Boone Eustace. The wide receiver, Kobe Miller. Neither one of those two cats played a week ago, but they're out there this week. And Nick Taylor, the big sophomore, is a captain. For the Howe Bulldogs, it appears to be Mason Riggs. It'll be
I think J.C. Helpenstell.
And Devin Porter. And one more, J.C. Helpenstell. Come over here. Is that Cameron Blesseye? Cameron Blesseye. And there's 2 young individuals for Boyd out with, we're talking about 3 years old perhaps, in the coin toss with the Boyd players, and each Howe Bulldog went over and shook hands with those little bitty kids. That was pretty cool.
That's nice. That's classy.
So the coin toss is about to take place. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff perhaps, as the official is talking to each team down there. We'll see. Of course, the Howe Bulldogs like to receive the football first. They like to get it first, and so far they've done real well at that. They won each coin toss, got the ball first, and I believe all but last week scored on the very first possession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something they've been taking advantage of, is driving down, scoring that first possession, except obviously for last week. We just got word that the shirts that the kids from Boyd are wearing says junior captain, so that must be some kind of tradition.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Something they do for
kiddos. It is homecoming tonight for Boyd, so they will have all of their homecoming festivities at halftime as the captains now move, and Howe turns their back to the Southeast. And it appears that Boyd has won the toss, and they will receive the football going left to right first to start this football game. We're just about ready for the national anthem. Again, about a minute and a half before we're ready for action here. So let me get my charts ready. We're just about ready for kickoff. Now we have the Tech Wave kickoff that'll be coming up. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors tonight, including Sonic, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty, Michelle Castle, and Micah Belden, Scoggins Funeral Home, Ed Meacham State Farm, Bucksnort Barbecue, FBC Howe, Tech Wave, as we mentioned, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Knight Family Furniture, and Robertson Welding Service. And now I think we're just about ready for the national anthem.
Please fill these players with energy and passion as they push themselves to do well. Protect their health and bodies as they challenge, tackle, and run tonight. Thank you for all the gifts you have given us. Help these teams to enter into this event with love, wisdom, and strength in their hearts. Watch over all those present, the spectators, young and old, and our nearest and dearest families. May this game celebrate sport and be enjoyable for everyone. May the travels from this game be under your protection and guidance. And finally, we pray for your grace, that you would provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life in your Son. Amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem and flag raising tonight. Of Wood FFA President John McCurdy, the senior, Vice President Gage Haley, senior, Sentinel Haley Rash, senior, reporter George.
Well, that was the prayer given a moment ago, led by a student, and I think we're ready for our national anthem. And it's football time in Texas on a Thursday night. It's Thursday night lights, and across the way looks maybe like a Thursday night crowd. Howe did not travel very well tonight. Would not expect a big crowd on a Thursday night. It's a school night. It's 90 miles away. There's all kinds of reasons to stay at home tonight. We do want you to come out to every game because it's exciting to be here at each game. But we enjoy it when you listen as well. We thank you for tuning in. We have a lot of listeners tonight. I can already tell that the numbers are big, and it's going to hopefully be big tonight for the Howe Bulldogs as they make their way out on the field for the Tech Wave kickoff. Callie Vick tees it up at the 40. The balloons are tossed here at J.G. Cartwright Field at Yellowjackets Stadium. Not sure what the celebration is for the balloons being lifted in the air, but they are gone, and the Yellowjackets are now on the field.
Again, this will be new territory here for the Bulldogs tonight, playing defense for the first time, opening the kickoff with playing on the defensive side of the ball.
Kick returners for Boyd. Jason King is deep. Alan Gott back there. Caleb Aramillo. Dawson White in the area as well. Callie Vick's kick's going to be a pooch kick. Going to be actually taken deep. It hits King in the foot. He picks it up. It's going to be around the 22-yard line and knocked down there, and that's where the Boyd Yellowjackets will start from their own 21, 22-yard line.
Good pursuit there by the Bulldogs on special teams. And number 40, Lukash with the tackle there on the kickoff. Now Yellowjackets coming out. They had their quarterback Reisenhoover threw for 333 yards last week against Lake Worth, so they can sling the ball around. They're going to put out multiple receivers out, and they can run the ball too.
So 1st and 10, Reisenhoover, empty back set. He's going to hand off to the motion man. Reisenhoover keeps it right up the middle. A lot of room. Passes the 35. A big gain on 1st down up to the 38-yard line. And Boyd in business early on a 1st down run.
It was did the play action, fake the jet sweep, and then just the hole opened up right there up the middle there for Reisenhoover. He can run the ball as well.
17-yard gain on 1st down. They sent a man in motion, King across, faked it to him, and Reisenhoover went right up the middle. And this is going to be a handoff. Left side, Eustace back in the game. Again, he played against Munster, did not play in the last 2 weeks. And he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play.
Good job there by that defensive line for the Bulldogs. Evan Porter, Dyson Dillard, and Cameron Blesseye, they're on that defensive front. They had a good game last week. Got a lot of tackles for a loss, made a lot of disruption there in the backfield. They're going to need them tonight.
2nd down and 10. Reisenhoover in the gun. Eustace stands to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 down here at the bottom. And Reisenhoover wants to throw down here at the bottom. He's got his man. It's caught and dropped. Incomplete. He was looking for his wideout, Braden Hopkins. One would assume that would be the coach's son, who's a sophomore, 5'10", 140 pounds. It's incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 10.
Bulldogs dodged one there because that went right to Hopkins, hit him right in the hands. He was trying to run before he caught it, and puts him in a 3rd down and 10 situation here. It's obviously going to be a passing down. He's got an empty backfield.
Big down here early. Howe showing blitz. Reisenhoover, empty back set, drops back 3 steps, looking across the middle. The ball falls incomplete in the direction of the linebacker, Austin Lee. If he turned around, he might have been able to catch the ball, but it falls right at his feet, and it's incomplete, and it's more than likely punt time for the Boyd Yellowjackets on their opening possession here.
Nick Taylor was one of the leading receivers on this team, was trying to go right across the middle there, but Mason Riggs was right there on his heels. If he would have caught it, it would have been hardly any gain there.
Reisenhoover also punts as the quarterback, and now he will take 3 steps back on 4th down and 10 to punt this one away. It's a wobbly kick, end over end, going to be taken at the 32-yard line. Slipping down for a moment is Jalen Thornton. Now he regains and makes his way up to about the 39-yard line.
All right, so Bulldogs do really well. A 3 and out there for the Yellowjackets. Their Bulldog defense stepping up. This Bulldog defense, we've tried to give them as much credit as we can, but I mean, they've done a great job of just tackling, pursuing, making things hard for the offense, for the opposing offense. Let's see what the Bulldog offense can do here.
I apologize. I said the 39-yard line. The Bulldogs will start at their own 44. Man in motion coming across is Louder. Handoff left side, right side, Blesseye tries to spin out of a tackle. Can't do it. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a half a yard.
Looks like the Yellowjackets just got off the ball quicker than the offensive line here for the Bulldogs. And we never saw who's on that right tackle side with Ing out. We'll look here in a second, see if we can find out who that is.
2nd down and 10 coming up. No gain on the play. Man in motion again. Handoff again right up the middle. This time Austin Lee has a few yards up to the 49-yard line, a gain of 5. So the right tackle appears to be Alex Kellum. Now he has been going a lot on defense as well. Kellum, we'll have to see if he concentrates on offense or switches sides as well. 3rd down and 5 coming up as the Bulldogs have it near midfield at the 49-yard line. Elijah Campbell will split out wide to the right. Elvington's going to toss on the sweep. Right side, Cameron Blesseye turns the corner, lowers the shoulder, runs right behind his shoulder pads for 6 yards.
Blesseye, he got that sweep, and he kind of waited for his blocks to develop, saw a hole, and able to surge his way forward. He needed about 6, needed about 5, he got 6.
Yeah, he got enough for a 1st down. Inside Boyd territory at the 44-yard line. So a nice pickup there by the big senior fullback, and he knows where the flats are now. He just ran in them. The whistles will blow before this play can get underway. And this booth is fogging up a little bit. I don't know what we've got. I don't know if Steven's got some napkins down there. Let me try to clean this window. I think it's from the outside.
I think it is too.
But I've got a lot of hot air. We'll see. Let me try this side.
Need the windshield wipers.
Yeah, we do. So this is going to be a penalty against Howe. They'll push it back to the 49-yard line. So it'll still be first down, but it's 1st and 15. 9:19 on the first quarter clock. And it is rolling. A split out man that comes wide near side, and that's Waldrop. And a man in motion across from right to left. Handoff, right side, and that's Mason Riggs for the first time tonight. He'll kind of jump over one defender, fall forward for a couple at about the 47-yard line.
Riggs over on that, right behind that right guard there, and interior line. We've seen this here before. That interior line is sometimes hard to crack through with opposing teams. You just got to kind of keep working at it and keep pushing through, and eventually something will happen.
2 yards on the play from Riggs brings up 2nd down and 13. Here's a toss near side, and that's Bleside trying to turn the corner, has guys hanging all over. Boyd is going to be able to corral him this time and bring him down for a loss back to the 48-yard line, a loss of 1. So now here we are, 3rd and 15 with 8:21 on the clock. If you're Howe, do you throw the ball?
I would say you do right now. 3rd and long situation. You haven't had a lot of opportunities. You haven't needed the opportunity to throw the ball, but yeah, I would think at this point maybe something out in the flats and just see what Bleside maybe get you enough room to make this a 4-down territory.
Well, Howe's going to send 2 receivers out to the far side. Elvington does want to throw, throws a swing pass out, makes a guy miss, and does have enough room up to the original line of scrimmage at the 44-yard line. I believe that was Riggs, perhaps, on the reception, but it's hard to tell.
I think that was Brennan, Joseph Brennan with the reception.
All right. 45, Joseph Brennan on the reception. Will set up a 4th down and 10. And Jalen Thornton will punt this one away. 7:28 on the clock, and it is rolling, and Thornton's going to stand at his own 45-yard line. Punt this one. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to bounce at about the 17-yard line, go straight up. Arturo Louder trying to kill it, and he does at the 8-yard line. So Howe's Jalen Thornton and punt team does an excellent job of pinning the Boyd Yellowjackets back deep at their own 8-yard line with 7:12 left to go in the first quarter.
I think Coach Jay was showing there when the ball is on the Yellowjacket 44-yard line. He's got to be thinking, I don't need to go for it this early in the game. Let's pin them deep. I have faith in my defense. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can get a stop here. I have faith in my defense. They can do that.
So Boyd now takes over at their own 8-yard line. Shotgun for Reisenhoover. One man stands to his right. 2 receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. High snap, bringing it down. And Reisenhoover's going to keep it up the middle again. He breaks a couple of tackles and another big gain for the big quarterback of about 12 or 11 yards up to the 19-yard line.
Again, another quarterback keeper here, but some missed tackles on that. One of the keys to the game we talked about was having clean, crisp tackling. They're going to need to wrap up here if they're going to be able to keep Reisenhoover at bay.
So in the backfield, along with Reisenhoover, is Alan Galt in this series. And he wants to pass. Looks deep down the field. Now he throws a short pass underneath, and that's going to be caught. And a gain up to about a 30 and breaking tackles. And somehow crosses the 35. He kept his feet going, and I believe that's Galt out of the backfield. We'll have to check and see. And no, it is not. It is the wide receiver, Caleb Armillo, who makes the catch. Another one of those sophomores. And this is one of those situations where you don't want to get put in Boyd's district in the next 2 years, because when these cats that are sophomores or seniors are going to be really, really good, that'll move the sticks up to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they've kind of baptism by fire here for the sophomore class. Yeah, in a couple years, I wouldn't want to be playing these guys.
18-yard pass and catch. 1st down and 10 for Boyd, moving left to right. Green tops, gold pants, gold helmets. Swing pass out of the backfield to Galt. Trying to find the far corner. It does. Breaks a tackle. He's got 5, got 6, perhaps 7 yards up to the 44-yard line. Now all of a sudden, Reisenhoover and Boyd Yellowjackets are on the move.
Yeah, got a little rhythm going. Just a little swing pass over in the flats over on the left side. Looked like he was going to be for a minimal gain. Was able to break a tackle. I think that was a tackle broke tackle of Jalen Thornton, I believe, and able to get up close to the first down. It's going to be about 2-3 yards short. And it looks like we may have a flag on the play against Boyd because they're walking back.
Oh, doctor, that'll help if you're a Bulldog fan. That'll push it back to, let's see where they spot this ball.
It was a holding against Boyd.
So it's perhaps a spot foul there. Push it back to the 27-yard line. That's a huge, no, it's not a spot. That's just a 10-yard loss at the line of, the line of scrimmage. So now, after the penalty, instead of having the ball near midfield, it's back at the 27-yard line, and it is first down and a truckload for Boyd. Reisenhoover fakes the hand, throws it out in the flat. It's going to be caught, and underneath catch for about 10 yards, and that might be Armillo again.
They faked it to the running back there, and you've got to honor that the running back. I don't know if that was Gott or Eustace. I believe that was Gott in the backfield, but had to respect him on the run, and then just found a slant across the middle there to Armillo.
Ball at the 36-yard line, 9 yards on the pass and catch from Reisenhoover to Armillo. Second down and 9 coming up, and this is going to be Galt rather, and he's got a lot of room. Look out! I don't think anyone's going to catch him. To the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Alan Galt and the Boyd Yellowjackets. 63 yards on the handoff up the middle.
There was appeared to be a lot of fakes, a lot of holding the ball there to see where the defense was going, and hand off to Galt, and Galt had a big hole there and just took it off to the house for 63 yards.
So Armillo will hold, and the kicker is Boston McIntyre, and that kick is good. So Boyd has an early 7-0 lead here at their own place on a Thursday night here in just north of Fort Worth. So 7-0 Boyd. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Here's McIntyre's kick on the Tech Wave kickoff. It's going to be taken at the, oh goodness.
Oh, wow.
Arturo Lauder caught it out of bounds. Holy moly, that ball will be at the 18-yard line. If he would not have caught it, it would have gone out of bounds, and Howe would have been in great shape. However, he made the catch with his toes on the white stripe, so Howe will have it at their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's 17, 27 yards, possibly worth the field position.
Hidden yardage right there, right. Hidden yardage.
And I think Lauder knew it as soon as he caught it and stepped on it. He knew he'd done something wrong.
The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap for Boyd: 5 plays, 92 yards on the drive. It ended on a 63-yard run by Galt. And here's Elvington handing off near side. Arturo Lauder trying to make up for what just happened. He does cross the 20 to the 22-yard line, but a flag down.
Trying to run that trap. We haven't seen that trap play here in a couple of games. He got a lot of success on it that first game of the season against Ponder, but we haven't seen much of it these last 2 games, and got about a 2-3 yard game, but it's going to be a hold.
It's going to be a hold against Howe. So already from the 18, now back to the 8-yard line. Assuming where the spot was, assuming it happened at the line of scrimmage, we'll have to check and see. It's a hold against Howe. Again, he's given the signal. 5:12 on the clock in quarter number 1. They'll move this ball back inside, close to the 10. Where's it going to stop? And he keeps on going. To the 10, to the 9. Oh, he stops at the 10. So Howe will have it at the 10-yard line after the penalty. 5:11 and 10, 9, 8 on the clock. And here they come back to the line of scrimmage. Elvington under center is going to hand off. First man through, Austin Lee. He cuts left, finds a hole, maybe for 2, maybe 3 yards, up to the 13-yard line.
Difficult position here for the Bulldogs, down in your own deep in your own territory at the 10-yard line. You're at 1st and 20. Now you're looking about 2nd down and maybe 15, 14.
2nd and 14 coming up.
Still still trying to get the running game going.
Boyd just had a 92-yard drive, so why not? 2 men in the backfield, 2 men near side, and now 2 men are in motion, but pre-snap. And this is Elvington, who fumbles the snap. He'll gain a yard after he picks it back up. It's one thing to fumble the snap, and I was just about to say it's another thing to turn over the ball on a snap, and that's what just happened.
Elvington, there were some quarterback snap exchanges last week, and we don't know if it was because of the wet ball or just bad exchanges or whatever, but it's I think it's dry out there right now. I know there's a little bit of rain. Is it wet out there now?
It poured earlier when we were here. There's no way that field's dry because it was raining like crazy earlier. So we do have a wet turf. We know that. And last week, as you mentioned, the fumbled snaps against Bells, and this one it actually turns into a turnover. So here is Boyd with 4:17 and quarter number 1 knocking at the door at the 9-yard line. And this is going to be a handoff left side. Nope, Reisenhuber keeps it around the right side. The fake, and he's in. It took one play. That's a quarterback keeper around the right side on the read option.
Yeah, just faked the handoff, held it himself. Bulldogs bid on it, and it was pretty much walk the dog there. He just walked into the end zone.
One play, 9 yards on the drive. On the Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, didn't take very long. 4:11 on the clock right now, which means it took basically 6 seconds off the clock. And McIntyre's kick is good, 14-0. Boyd in the lead. Oh, he missed it. I'm sorry. He missed the extra point. It was wide left, and Boyd holds on to a 13-0 lead. We'll be right back right after this.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time home buyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274.
Here's McIntyre's Tech Wave kickoff going to be taken at the 15-yard line by Arturo Louder from the near side to the far side on the right hash, and he's knocked down at the 31-yard line, and Howe will take over there with 4:04 in quarter number 1. 13-0, Boyd in the lead. And again, we're missing our Night Furniture sideline reporter, so we won't have Caroline with us tonight, but we do have your Tech Wave kickoff and your Exalt Realty scoring drive recap. We have a Bulldog down in the middle of the field at about the 28-yard line thereabouts. Can't tell exactly who it is. He's on his knees with his back to the sky. And Ricky Yake, the trainer, is down there checking on him. Of course, Ricky Yake been here since 1988. You look at Ricky and wonder how in the world could somebody that young be so old? So apparently that was Bryce Krantz who got knocked down for a little bit. He's okay. He gets up and walks off. 4:04 on quarter number 1 clock. And the Howe Bulldogs trying to get something going here on offense have had a struggle a little bit. They did have a nice drive of 6 plays to open, but had the big penalty and the miscue on the Tech Wave kickoff on their second drive put them in bad shape, and then the fumbled snap gave Boyd an easy score. And here's Elvington under center, is going to toss right side. That's Blessai, I believe, and he lowers his shoulder and rams over a defender for about 3 yards.
Keep giving it to Blessai and keep giving it to Lee. I say, it's been mental mistakes here so far. We talked about the penalties. They're putting themselves in first and long situations, second and long, and then you got the turnover here on the last drive. So Bulldogs, 3:41 left here in the first quarter. Now they need to just settle in. Don't worry about the score and just worry about the score. Just worry about getting the ball moving.
A gain of 2 sets up 2nd down and 8, and a handoff up the middle, squirting through for a few yards up to the 37-yard line. I believe is Austin Lee, and it is Lee on the carry, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 4 from the Howe 37-yard line. I'd like to say hello to Chris Hayes, who is listening in Denver, Colorado. We got a good listening audience tonight. Thank you, Chris, for letting us know you're out there in Howe Enterprise land. Elvington under center, hit hard, but he hands it off on the right side. Blessai got some room. Look out, 50, 45, 40, to the 30, 20. Kiss him goodbye. It is touchdown time in Texas. Cameron Blessai goes 63 yards himself.
Leighton Elvington got hammered right when he pitched that ball. We got a flag on the play, though, Monty.
Looks like this one may come back.
But right when he pitched that ball, that whoever it was from the defensive line for Boyd just hammered Elvington right as he was pitching that ball, and the flag is going to be on Bulldogs.
It looks like a spot foul. Well, or is it a face mask? Let's see. Stephen Braswell tells us it's a face mask. Let's see where they spot the ball. I don't think this is going all the way back. But the official is now going to tell us what it is. Personal foul, face mask against Howe.
Well, we talked about mental mistakes.
What a big call that is. Wow. 63. Let me write this down in our notes. 63-yard touchdown. Blessai wiped out. Face mask.
They may come back to haunt him later.
Those are hard notes to write right there. I tell you what, that's difficult. It's getting really difficult to see up here as well. As
a lot of hot air in here.
You're right. So here it is now, 3rd down and 5, and Elvington will go back under center, and I believe a timeout may have been called.
It's by Howe.
We're going to take one too. We'll be right back right after this.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com.
Well, they came back a little bit early, so will we. Elvington fakes the hand. No, he's going to give it. Near side, brought down on a great play by Gaunt. The young man who scored a 63-yard touchdown a moment ago plays a great cornerback right there and brings down Joseph Brennan in the backfield for a loss back to the 34-yard line, and it's punt time for Howe.
Just trying to get around that left side there, that left tackle, that left end for the Bulldogs, but good pursuit by the Yellowjackets. They did a good job of keeping these running backs at bay.
Missed opportunity right there. Thornton will bang this one away. Jalen Thornton, the younger brother, and it's going to be, I believe, at the 34-yard line. I think, there's a late flag. My goodness. The young man, Armillo, caught the ball, dropped the ball. He got back on it, and he was hit by a Howe Bulldog as he went back to go get the football, and they threw a flag for a late hit, it appears.
Yeah, he jumped on it, and, a Bulldog player, I didn't see who it was, came and, jumped right on top of him. He was already down, and it was maybe a little bit late, but I didn't think it was.
Man, that's a bad break right there.
And we, again, hidden yardage right there. That's going to hurt the Bulldogs.
You know, and if he doesn't fumble the ball, if he doesn't bobble it and then try to jump back on it, obviously there's no contact made from the Bulldog. But because he bobbled it, fumbled it, jumped back on it, that's why the Bulldog was right there to jump on it. So a bad break. That's just a bad break. So the ball will be spotted after the 15-yard penalty, and Boyd will start at their own 48-yard line.
This is going to be a crucial set of downs, crucial possession here for the Bulldog defense, because if they score right now, you're down 19-20-0, and Bulldogs don't have a hurry-up type of offense. So this is going to be a important stand for the defense.
Trips to the left, near side bunch together. Here's a handoff to Eustace trying to get outside. He's got some speed, 45-40. Cuts to the 35, finally brought down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line of Howe.
Just a run-off tackle there, and you got his wide receivers out there blocking over on those trips to the left.
34 yards for Eustace on first down. We're at the 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. Boyd's on top 13-0.
And they're moving.
So spot it now at the 27. Give him another yard as the officials do. So it's 1st and 10 at the Howe 27. Reisenhoover in the gun with Eustace to his right. Throwing it now on first down and has a man underneath caught at the 18-yard line. And that is going to be Armillo again. He loves to catch those underneath passes, and he does right there at the 18-yard line.
Bulldogs try to bring an extra blitzer. They're trying to bring Elijah Campbell coming through the defensive line, but Reisenhoover saw it coming and was able to get the ball out quick enough for almost a first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd down and 1. Eustace now will move out of the backfield and will be a slot receiver on the left side. Armillo in the slot on the near side. Empty gun, and now Armillo comes in motion. They're going to give it to him, and Reisenhoover's going to keep it, actually, straight up the middle, and this time Cameron Blesseye's there to punch him in the mouth. But enough for a first down is Reisenhoover. They'll move the sticks after about a yard gain and have a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, that was a tough run by Reisenhoover. He needed, maybe 1, maybe 2, and got 2, maybe 3. Cameron Blesseye made him pay for it with a big hit there. But nevertheless, a first down for the Yellowjackets. And they're now in the red zone here.
So at the 17-yard line, King is split out wide to the right. And Eustace in the backfield. Reisenhoover wants to throw. Left side on the quick end. Right there making the catch inside is Couture. Brian Couture makes the catch and another first down. This will be 1st and goal inside the 5. I thought for a moment he was going to be able to stroll in the end zone, but a nice tackle to save the touchdown.
Just a quick three-step drop by Reisenhoover and gets it to Couture, who's the leading receiver on this team with 270 yards coming into the game. And again, this just keeping the Bulldogs off balance with the run-pass attack.
14-yard pickup, and that's the last play of the first quarter. We'll be back as Howe trails 13-0 here in Boyd on Thursday Night Lights. We'll be back right after this.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Well, it is second quarter time here in Boyd, Texas, and the Yellowjackets will have it 1st and goal at the 3 here in just a moment when they get set. As the crowd here at the J.G. Cartwright Field, Yellowjacket Stadium, is very happy, as you can imagine. It was a good quarter by Boyd. Not such a good one for the Howe Bulldogs, but a chance to turn it around here in the second. Reisenhoover in the gun, one man in the backfield. I believe that is Eustace, and it is, and he turns, counter this side. Great play by Dyson Dillard, or is that
Blunt?
Parker Blunt, rather. Yeah, great play by Blunt to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard loss back to the 5. Well, let's see where they spot it.
Parker Blunt playing in the middle there, I guess playing in for Dyson Dillard on that play. Yeah, B's man off the ball and able to drop the running back for a loss. Good penetration by Dillard, by Blunt.
Well, remember Alex Kellum playing a lot of offense tonight, so Parker Blunt could be spelling Kellum some here tonight. Reisenhoover wants to throw on second down and goal. Throws it in the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown.
Just a quick out over to, who do we say that? Couture?
Dawson White.
Dawson White. Just a quick out over to him, and whoever was there in coverage, I can't see who it was 2 or 3 steps behind him, and just put it in the right place there, and only he could catch it. Yellowjackets are on top here, 19-0, 11:26 to go in the first half.
McIntyre on for the PAT, and the kick is up, and the kick is apparently good. 20-0. Holy moly. Boyd in the lead here in the second quarter. 11:26 remaining in quarter number 2. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap for Boyd was 6 plays, 52 yards, and it took about 3 minutes off the clock. McIntyre ready for the Tech Wave kickoff, but it falls off the tee. He's going to have to replace it and then bang this one away. Louder, and I believe Thornton back to return. Again, it's so foggy on the windows, it's hard to see. McIntyre's kick is going to take Louder, I believe, back to the 10-yard line. Coming near side up to the middle of the field, jumps over a defender, and Howe will start at their own 30-yard line. A nice return of about 20 yards by Arturo Louder.
Check that. I think that was Jalen Thornton on that return there for the Bulldogs. But starting here at 11:20 to go in the first half, you're down 20-0. You know, at this point, just keep doing what you're doing with the run game. At some point, you got to hope something opens up, but you got to stay with your game plan right now.
1st and 10 for Howe. At their own 30, Elvington will go under center, 2 men in the backfield, and this is going to be the counter trap. And not trapping or not fooling the Boyd Yellowjackets, as knocked down at the 30. The Bulldog ball carrier. And again, I cannot see. I cannot make out who that is.
That was Spencer Akins. I'm sorry, Akins on that. And I don't know if he even got back to the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up. 10:54 in quarter number 2. Howe now moves left to right towards the southeast. Man in motion. And this is going to be Elvington, who drops it again. He was trying to, looked like he was going to hand off, but somehow the ball popped out, and he had to take a loss of about 3 yards, maybe 2, back to the 28-yard line, and 3rd down and long coming up.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to hand off to Austin Lee, and just something happened there with the quarterback to running back exchange, and Bulldogs now find themselves 3rd and long.
3rd and 12 to be exact, as the ball at the 28-yard line, 10:18 on the clock. And now Krantz in the gun, and he's going to fake the hand. He wants to run. Now he wants to roll. And now he's going to be sacked. and hammered back to the 21-yard line. A huge play by the defensive lineman, Jacob Herring, to finish off Krantz. And now Howe is definitely in punt situation at their own 22-yard line.
Krantz was there in the shotgun and rolled to his right. Yeah, looked like he was trying to throw the ball, but nobody open. He didn't have a lot of time either as they were barreling down on him there. And now another loss and another punt here for the Bulldogs.
Jalen Thornton stands his own 11 to punt this one away. It's going to be a kick. Fair catch called for and a fumble perhaps, but he gets back on it at the 48-yard line. And trying to find out who that returner is. I believe that might be Aramillo, and it is. So Boyd will take the ball back with 9:31 on the clock. And they'll have possession already in Howe territory at the 47-yard line.
The Bulldogs need to stop on this possession.
Hugely.
I mean, I know I'm speaking the obvious here, but just because they've scored in the last, two of the last 3 possessions, I believe.
Yeah, this
or maybe 3 out of the last 4.
Definitely need to stop here, down 20-0. Reisenhoover in the gun. One man stands to his left, drops back 3 steps. Deep downfield, left side, looking for Katura, and it is going to be incomplete. Nice coverage down the near side by J.D. Thornton. You heard from him in our senior spotlight. He had nice coverage there, and it looked like Reisenhoover had pumped it up for the home run ball there, but it falls incomplete.
Couture, I'm not sure how tall he is. He looks like a pretty tall kid, and that's the first time we've seen them go long. He just threw the ball up there to see if Couture could climb the ladder and catch it, but Thornton was right there in his jersey, right there able to knock it away, so good coverage there by J.D. Thornton.
Couture, 6'3", 205, big kid.
Wow.
Reisenhoover again in the gun, drops back, wants to throw. 3 steps, looking right, now flushed out of the pocket, throws across the middle. That one's going to be complete at the 35, making a move from one side to the other, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Nick Taylor, the big sophomore, on a 47-yard pass and catch and run, and mostly run.
That was a great pass by Reisenhoover. He avoided some pressure there from, I believe, Alex Kellum. Avoided some pressure and then found Nick Taylor across the middle, and then Taylor even a better run after the catch, and able to go into the end zone to increase this big lead here for the Yellowjackets.
6'1", 220, the sophomore tight end. He is a big kid, and he bumbled his way for 47 yards. McIntyre's PAT is good, and the Boyd Yellowjacket lead extends to 27-0. We'll be back right after this timeout.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
The TechWave kickoff is about to be underway by McIntyre. The Exalt Realty scoring drive recap, 2 plays, 47 yards, and it was a 47-yard touchdown pass and catch from Reisenhoover to White. And that's going to be Arturo Lauder on the TechWave kickoff return up to the 25-yard line. I said White. It was actually Nick Taylor on the reception and the touchdown a moment ago. And Boyd has a 27-0 lead, and Howe has a player down.
I can't see who it is.
So Howe has the ball at their own. What are they going to spot that, Justin, at the 25? Can you see? I can't see.
26, I believe. 26-yard line.
Again, it rained here earlier, and then it got hot, so it's steamy outside. Every window in this press box is fogged up, and it's not from the inside, it's from the outside. Normally, it fogs up on the inside, and we can wipe it off and see. Not tonight. And it's so high that you can't go outside and wipe off the windows.
And you can't open a window.
Can't open it, so we're just,
we're just trying to find little spaces in the windows to
there are
look
little
through.
bitty spots that you can see out of, and I'm trying to find those little bitty spots. So the injured player for Howe is Jalen Thornton, and he'll get up and walk off under his own power. Well, the story of the night is Reisenhoover and the Boyd offense as they are clicking on all cylinders so far this evening. Krantz is going to hand off on the reverse from one side to the other, breaking a tackle, spinning out of a tackle, and barreling over a defender for a first down run is going to be Arturo Lauder up to the 37-yard line.
Probably the best run of the night for the Bulldogs. Krantz was in the shotgun, and kind of that trap play, except he was in the shotgun, hands off to him on the end around there, and was able to get first down yardage.
11 yards on the carry for Lauder, and this will be Krantz handing off right up the middle, spinning out of a tackle, and going on the left side, making something out of nothing is one of the backs over there. Again, can't see who it is.
Can't see who it is.
We're kind of working with our spotter here to tell us who carried the ball there. And it might have been Blesseye, and he says Lee after about 4 yards up to the 41-yard line.
Now what I did see was Lee hit that line, saw there was nothing there, and spun out and made a little something out of nothing with about 3 or 4 yards.
So Krantz in the gun, and this is going to be a handoff right up the middle. Finally something moving here. And a couple of yards, maybe 3 yards, close to the 44-yard line for the Bulldogs.
I don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, they're starting to get something going, and that with Akins with that run. But they're starting to get something going. I wonder if it's because Krantz is in the shotgun, and Krantz has got a little bit more athletic ability, a little bit more speed back there in the backfield.
Big play here, 3rd and 3, and I know Howe misses Jaron Ing on that right side. Krantz in the gun. This is going to be a handoff and a double reverse coming one side to the other, and that's Caden Harmon, and he has enough for a first down and a lot of speed to cross the 50 to the 45-yard line.
Now that's what we call a reverse right there, right?
That is exactly a reverse. You hand it off to Riggs, who hands it off to Caden Harmon.
And use Harmon with that speed there. And I like what the Bulldogs are doing. They're seeing that some of these interior runs are not working.
Remember, the last time Howe played on a Thursday night, they were down 27-0 until midway through the second quarter. The score right now is 27-0, and we're midway through the second quarter.
And they got something going here on offense.
Krantz hands off up the middle, a few yards there, pushing and fighting to the 41-yard line is Spencer Akins.
Akins with the run, just straight up the middle, and Akins showing a little bit of his power there as well with that 4-yard gain. And I like what the Bulldogs are doing. They're just showing some different little wrinkles. What their normal running game was not working. Now they're trying some different things here to see if they can loosen up this Yellowjacket defense.
Krantz in the gun, and this is going to be a keeper around the left edge, trying to find some room and can't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be perhaps a loss back to the 41-yard line. Maybe no gain they'll give him on the play.
They've been able to get some yardage on these last couple of plays, but they're still figuring out that quarterback run there by Krantz. So Krantz hasn't been able to get anything going when he carries the ball.
3rd down and 6 coming up, 6:50 or 6:23 in quarter number 3. A timeout's been called by Howe. We'll take 1-2. Back in a moment on HoweEnterprise.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time homebuyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274.
3rd down and 6 is going to be the double reverse again. This time, Boyd sniffs it out. Nothing doing there at the 43-yard line. Going to be a 2-yard loss as Arturo Louder is trapped in the backfield. And 4th down is coming up for the Bulldogs, and it appears to be punt time for Howe.
Howe's only been able to convert 1 3rd down here tonight. And you're at the Yellowjacket 42, 43-yard line. They're showing the punting coming out. I thought they would maybe try to go for that.
And the punt is going to be kicked away close to in the end zone. Was he able to save it near the 1?
I think he did.
I think Howe has downed the ball at the 1-yard line. Again, putting Boyd backed up all the way deep in their own territory. But as what we've seen so far tonight, that just means 99 yards.
Yeah, the Bulldogs now have to just show they can stop somebody because this defense is having had a tough time here. And Joseph Brennan, who was able to save that and down it there at the 1-yard line. So at least making the Yellowjackets having to work for it from their shadows of their own goalpost.
Well, the last time, 2 series ago, Boyd took the ball at their own 8-yard line. Not 2 series ago. That was 3 series ago. And they scored. I take that back. It was a 98-yard drive, or 92-yard drive, rather. It was their second drive of the game. 5:40 on the clock here in the second quarter. From the end zone is a pass out near side, going to be caught and hit immediately. And that's Couture who makes the catch on the slant on the inside. He'll be knocked down at the 14-yard line.
Caden Armin was in coverage there, and he was given a big cushion there to Couture, maybe trying to prevent the big play, and they just took what he gave to him and a slant across the middle for a first down up to the 14-yard line.
13 yards on the pass and catch, and Reisenhuber will drop back again in the gun. One man to his right, 2 receivers up at the top, moving right to left is Boyd, and now whistles as there was movement up front before this one got underway. And I think they're going to push this one back from the 14 back to the 9-yard line, as our spotter Stephen Braswell says it was Garrett Van Kampen who was the guilty party moving there.
And I think that started from the defensive line. I looked at Devin Porter and maybe JC helping still, I'm not sure, but Devin Porter did a little movement themselves on the defensive line and may have got that left tackle Van Kampen a little bit antsy there to make him jump first.
So ball at the 9, Reisenhuber in the gun. Eustace stands to his left, 2-step drop straight across the middle, now looking deep down left down the left side, and it's going to be caught by Couture at about the 38-yard line. They'll spot it at the 36.
And Caden Harmon right there again was in coverage, and again threw it up to Couture, who we say 6'3", 205 on Couture.
Yes, sir.
Go up there and just let him use that athletic ability for a jump ball, and he was just able to climb the ladder a little bit higher than Harmon.
27 yards on the play, 4:44 before the half. Again, this is homecoming. It'll probably be a rather long halftime. Reisenhuber will stand with his feet at the 31-yard line in the gun. Drops back 3 steps, looks down the field. Deep ball over the middle, and it's going to be caught and dropped at the 31-yard line. And the intended receiver on that far side is King. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Threw that into triple coverage and almost still came down with it. So
with the incompletion, the clock stops at 4:28. Again, 27-0 here early. This is about the time in that game, in that Thursday night game back in 2015, that the Bulldogs scored their first touchdown. Came from behind, won 43-33 in that game. Eustace on the carry, trying to find the far corner. He's got the 40, flipped over end, a fumble! And Howe says that they may have it. Nowhere Sagleski just yet. And Howe does have the football.
Maybe that's the break they need here, Monty.
There's a turnover for you. The first big break of the night, and Howe has the ball at the 41-yard line of Boyd.
Eustace came around that right side off run off that right tackle, and able to take his legs out from under, and the ball came out. And again, that may be the break that the Bulldogs need. Have the ball at the Yellowjacket 41-yard line.
We think that Caden Harmon may have come up with the ball. There was a penalty on Boyd. It was declined. Howe takes the football at the 41-yard line. Moving left to right here in the second quarter as there's 4:17 on the clock. 3 men bunched together on the right side. Under center goes Elvington, and he'll hand off near side from left to right. And bouncing after out and now crushed from the right side is going to be Akins as he's driven back. Forward progress will give him a few yards inside the 40 to the 38-yard line before he was gang tackled by about 4 or 5 Yellowjackets.
Again, maybe you could use a score. You could use a score anytime right now, but you get one here before the end of the half. You get the ball back in the second half. So if you score before you go in, get some momentum going, come back out in the second half, see what happens.
Waldrop split out wide to the left. 2 wings here. Elvington handoff up the middle, fighting for yardage up to about the 36-yard line. And I think that is Blesseye, and it is. They'll spot it right at the 36, so a couple of yards for Blesseye, and the clock rolls at 3:23. 3rd down and 5. As we're sitting next to the coaches over here, and McCormick and Coach Overby talking a little bit up here and seeing what they want to roll the dice with on 3rd down and 5. Elvington under the gun. He's going to hand off left side. Blesseye meets the defensive end right in the mouth. Good for 2 yards, and we'll see if the dice are really rolled here on 4th down. Ball's at the 34-yard line of Boyd.
That was Lee on the run there.
Did I say?
You said Blesseye.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Lee.
They run very similar styles. But it looks like I don't think they're going to punt here, Mike. I think they may try to go for this.
Yeah, I think this is 4-down territory at this point in the game, down 27-0. Got to try to convert here. 1 man split out wide to the left. Elvington under center, toss left side, Blesseye, trying to cut it back, spins out, 1st down and more to the 20, fighting to the 15-yard line. A nice call right there by the coaching staff right next to us as Blesseye spins out of a tackle, gets the 1st down, and sets up Howe at the 15.
Good job there by Blesseye. You talk about spinning, just using some of that gracefulness he has, being such a violent runner. He's got some nice grace and some shows that athletic ability for a long run down inside the 15-yard line. I believe this is the closest the Bulldogs have ever been to the end zone.
19-yard run for Blesseye. Ball spotted at the 14. This is going to be a handoff. Not much doing there, right up the middle. Over right guard goes Austin Lee. He might get a yard to the 13. So 2nd down and 9 coming up. We're under 2 minutes now before half. 1:55 and rolling. 2nd and 9 coming up from the 13.
You got to score on this to stay in this ball game. You're going to need to score on this drive. This is time. Need to score time.
This is a toss. Left side, Blesseye again. Stiff arms out of a tackle, spins out of another one. A gain of 5, perhaps 6 inside the 10, maybe right at the 10-yard line. And 1:30 on the clock. And now you might want some of those timeouts back that you had earlier in the game. 1:23. Ball at the 10-yard line. Howe not in a big hurry here whatsoever. Running the play in.
And Blesseye, I tell you, on that last run there, he's trying to wheel his way to get something out of nothing on each. I mean, he's having to really work for yardage.
Campbell brings the play in, splits out wide to the right. Elvington under center. He wants to throw in the flats. It's going to be caught at the 5-yard line, trying to head towards the end zone. Down at the 2-yard line is, I believe, that's the tight end, and it is. That's going to be Devin Porter on the catch. The clock is rolling at 45. Ball spotted at the 2, and now a timeout has been called. I think a timeout was called, or was it not? Anyway, the clock stopped at 46 seconds.
Elvington attempting only his 6th pass of the year and completed that to Porter. And Porter got him down the 2-yard line.
That was an 8-yard gain, and now the officials are wanting something to do with the clock. They're going to set the clock at 52, and now they're going to roll it from there, I believe. There they go. First and goal from the 2. Elvington under center, trying to find his own way over a right guard. Did he get in? He's pushing his way in. No indication yet from the side judge. And I think they're going to spot him down at the 1.
It's going to be inside the 1.
I'm not sure how he did not get in there.
And the clock continues to tick. They're not going to call a timeout here.
Clock at 30, 29, 28. Bulldogs huddling up. Nose of the football nearly touching the white stripe of the end zone. Under center, Elvington. Lee in the backfield. Leighton Elvington, left side. He is. How is he not in?
I'm about to say, I mean, he made a second effort. I thought he got in there, and I don't see any indication, but.
There is no indication.
Man alive. I mean, I don't know how much closer you can get.
There's 10 seconds on the clock, and apparently Howe has called their final time out of the half, and they have. So I thought he was in.
I did too. I mean, he hit an initial, had some initial push there at the beginning, then went by around his left guard, and I thought he got in. I thought he was able to sneak in.
Well, the officials are right there, so they have the great vantage point. We don't. But, man alive, there was a clear seam. I'm just baffled a little bit. Well, you know, and our spotter, Stephen Braswell, says he didn't stick the ball out. But, man, if you've had that much problems hanging on to the ball the past few weeks, I'm not sure I would stick it out there either.
Don't want to take that risk.
You might be the ball getting away from you. From being on the sideline.
If you remember that Howe and Edgewood game, the ball was on like the millimeter line. I remember y'all talking about you and Lynn Burkhead doing that game, and this one's just about on the millimeter line. I mean, I don't know how much closer you can get to the goal line.
Well, 10 seconds, and it's 3rd down and goal from the 1. Elvington under center, man in the backfield, handoff right side, Cameron Blesseye. There's no question about that one. It's touchdown time in Texas with 6 seconds left to go before the half. And the Howe Bulldogs are on the board for the first time tonight.
And that's what the Bulldogs need, just to score. You leave hardly any time here for the Yellowjackets. Hopefully they can convert this extra point, make it 27-7. You get the ball in the second half.
Vic on for the PAT. Elvington to hold. It's a wet ball, nothing automatic here. It's on the tee. The kick is up. The kick is high enough, and it is good enough. Howe has 7 points. There's 6 seconds left to go before the half. 27-6. We'll be right back right after this.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
11 plays, a very impressive 11-play drive, 41 yards on the drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard plunge by Cameron Blesseye with 6 seconds remaining here in the half. The drive took 4 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, and Howe now has cut the lead 27-7 here at J.G. Cartwright Field at Yellowjacket Stadium in Boyd, Texas. Here's the Exalt. That was the Exalt Realty scoring drive recap. This is the Tech Wave kickoff, going to be taken at about the 31-yard line by Boyd, and the up man makes his way up to the 39-yard line. Again, hard to see. There's so much fog on the windows up here. We apologize. We can't see the numbers of the players. Maybe we'll be able to correct that at half somehow. Anyway, it is half. 27-7, and Justin White, not the most impressive half by the Howe Bulldogs. However, still in the game, and it's what is it? Deja vu all over again, like Yogi said many years ago. The last time Howe played on a Thursday night, it was 27-0, and midway through the second quarter, Howe got on the board, started making the comeback, and here we are 27-7. Same type of scenario. Howe's got a long way to go in this one.
Yeah, this is the momentum they need. But they're on defense. They're going to have to make some stops, make some adjustments there, because these last few drives, the Yellowjackets have been able to score at will. So that's something Coach Zagleski and Coach Jay are going to have to work on here at halftime. Is on the defensive side of the ball, seeing if they can slow down Reisenhoover, Couture, Eustace, Gott, that running and passing attack, balanced running and passing attack by Boyd.
Well, it's 27-7 at the half. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, it'll be the halftime show. Caroline won't be there. We may talk Stephen Braswell into it. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
We'll see what happens. We'll let you make that decision, Justin. We'll be back right after this.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Welcome to the Howe Bulldogs halftime show. Now let's join Justin White and Caroline Slauson.
All right, welcome back here to Boyd, Texas, J.G. Cartwright Field at Yellowjacket Stadium. Here at Boyd High School, we're here at the half, 27-7. The Boyd Yellowjackets lead the Howe Bulldogs. I'm Justin White. Caroline Slauson is not with us, but Stephen Braswell has stepped up from the spotter position. He's up here with us. Stephen, how about that?
Hey, Justin, how are you doing, man?
All right, let's talk about this first half. It's been pretty much all Yellowjackets up until about middle of the second quarter. The Bulldogs finally got something going on. Got a turnover on defense late in that second quarter, and they were able to move the ball offensively downfield and score right before the end of the first half. That's got to be some momentum heading into the locker room for them.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot. I mean, seeing some numbers on the scoreboard instead of the goose egg, it's going to help a lot. To me, one of the things that the Bulldogs are going to have to do moving into the second half is you're going to have to put a little bit more pressure on the quarterback, Reisenhoover. Because right now he's pretty much got free reign.
You're right.
To be honest.
And that was one of the keys of the game that I talked about was crisp tackling, not giving them extra yardage by letting them break tackles or whatever, and then also pressuring the quarterback. We've seen them blitz a couple of times, Howe, but Boyd has done a good job of picking up the blitz, and Reisenhoover has just kind of picked them apart here there in the first half.
Man, he's sitting back there slinging it, and he's got an arm too.
Yeah, and they got a good running attack there too. We saw Eustace, Boone Eustace, one of the senior running backs, and then Alan Gott, who ran for a long touchdown there early on. So they got a balanced attack there by Boyd.
They sure do.
What about the Howe offense? How do you think they've
they had some trouble early on, but again, we talked about the second quarter that we started seeing some wrinkles there. We saw a reverse, we saw men in motion, some different things to try to open up this running game.
So what I've really seen is we've really had two good series.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty good series in the first quarter when we got pretty good down. I can't exactly remember where we were in Boyd's territory, but then that last drive, that was really good. If we continue that, and they kept mixing it up. The one thing we need to do is just hold on to the ball. There's been a little bit of fumbling of the ball. We haven't lost one yet, but it's been juggled.
Well, and actually, I think we have lost one. We did lose one there. The Elvington, the center snap exchange there.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
But yeah, early on, we had the fumble. We've had penalties. That was the thing I noticed in the first quarter was there were a lot of first and long, second and long, and you're able to when you're starting first and 20 at your own 25-yard line, second and 15 at your own 30-yard line, and you don't pass the ball a lot, and they're stopping the running game. That's making the Bulldogs work a little harder here.
Yeah, it's no deal. We're playing behind the sticks.
Yeah, exactly. And so hopefully, and then going back to defensively, they've got to get some stops here in the second half. You're down 27-7. I've said this 3 or 4 times, but you get the ball in the first half or in the second half. If you can go down and score on that first possession of the second half, you're back in this thing. 27-13, 27-14. If you can get an extra point.
Yep.
We've got the Bulldog band playing on right here. Again, 27-7 is our halftime score. Caroline Slauson was not with us tonight. We'll be missing her. We'll hopefully see her back next week. I'm Justin White alongside Stephen Braswell. Let's see if we can get some scores from around the area.
Okay, so I've got a few up here. Right now, Van Alstyne is ahead of Gainesville Leopards, 20-12 at halftime. Another one would be the Lone Oak Buffaloes and Caddo Mill Foxes are playing. Lone Oak's in our district. Caddo Mills is ahead 21-14, and that's just in the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter.
Go ahead.
Pottsboro and Aubrey are playing, and it's 7-0 Pottsboro, just starting the second quarter.
Actually, I may have an updated score on that one. I think it's tied now, 7-7 Pottsboro and Aubrey.
But you're right. It just
you had update.
Just refresh.
Kemp leads Commerce 28-24. About 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter on that one. See if I can find some other games.
We got Gunner and Pilot Point is 0-0 at halftime, which is a shock.
Gunner and Pilot Point, yeah, that is a.
Yeah. Gunner's number 4 in the state.
Yeah.
And Pilot Point, 0-0 halftime.
Paradise leading Callisburg 21-13. That game is in the second quarter. A lot of games are here on Thursday night because of the rain coming, expecting around the Metroplex tomorrow. That's the reason Howe and Boyd are playing tonight. Is a lot of the because of the rain tomorrow night. So a lot of games have been brought in a day earlier.
Yeah, in our district, there's only 2 teams that are playing tomorrow night instead of tonight, and that's Rains and Bonham.
Yeah, Rains and Bonham. Yeah, Bonham's playing Hillcrest, I believe.
Bonham's playing Hillcrest, and Rains is playing White Oak.
One thing, and I'm going to bring this up to Monty. Tell me what you think about this. You got district starting next week against Bonham. Usually a lot of teams will have a bye in between non-district and district. Bulldogs don't have that.
Our bye is at the end of the year.
End of the year. Now, depending on how you look at it, you just kind of you're hot right now. You kind of ride that into district, and just wait till if you can make the playoffs, you have that bye at the end to kind of rest and nurse those nicks and bruises. Or you could have it. Some people would want it now before district, depending on how you look at it. But that could come. Depending on how the season turns out, that could maybe play a factor.
Yep, you're right.
Something to think about. So, looks like we've got cheerleaders coming. I believe this is those are Bulldog cheerleaders. They're at midfield. Yeah, and we're going to take a break right quick here. We'll come back here in a little while for more halftime.
First Baptist Church here in Howe, Texas would like to invite you and your family to a celebration of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Each Sunday morning at 10:30, we meet for worship at 100 East Davis Street in Howe. Prior to that, we have relevant Bible fellowships for all ages beginning at 9:15. Join us each week to declare the hope that is found only in Christ. Be ready to experience the life-changing power of the gospel. There is only one message for every generation, and that message is Jesus.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrEdInsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time homebuyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we're at halftime. It's going to be homecoming ceremony time, if you will, for the Boyd Yellowjackets and all that good stuff. The rain has stopped, so we don't have any dripping mums or anything like that. But we're probably going to have a decent amount of time before we start. Probably another 14 minutes or so before we actually see time. Or see football action. They just washed off the windows. You might have heard us talking earlier about the fog, and we couldn't see. They did come by with a broom and tried to wash it off. It was great for about 10 seconds, and I think it'll actually work out, though. There's rain, water dripping all over the windows. Maybe it'll work out. Up here in the booth with us is Pam Kirby. She's going to watch the homecoming activities with us. I told her she might have to visit with us about her cheerleaders if she wants to watch this stuff with us, but she backs off away, and maybe perhaps we won't do that. So let's recap this first half for you at the moment. So this is the first time so far in 2018 that Howe did not win the toss and receive and start the football game with the football. As Boyd won the toss, they took the ball and they quickly punted. So Howe did a great job on the first possession as the Boyd Yellowjackets took the ball at their own 22-yard line, drove it up to the 39 before 3 straight incomplete passes forced them to punt. Howe took the ball with 10:41 left to go in the first at their own 44-yard line, drove up to the 48, had to punt back to Boyd. And then Boyd took it with 7:12 left to go in the first at their own 8-yard line after a great punt by Jalen Thornton was killed at the 8. But the Yellowjackets got their offensive act together and went 5 plays, 92 yards, and scored on a 63-yard touchdown run by Allen Gaunt. And that gave us our first score of 7-0 with 5:19 left to go in the first quarter. Howe's next possession started at their own 10-yard line, made it up to the 13 before Elvington fumbled the snap. It is a wet turf out there, as we had lots of rain here at about 5 o'clock this afternoon. So that could have caused the fumble or it had some kind of a reason for it anyway. And then the Boyd Yellowjackets converted on that fumble from the 9-yard line on one play, and it was a Reisenhoover touchdown scramble around the right edge, which gave the Yellowjackets a 13-0 lead after McIntyre missed the PAT with 4:11 remaining in quarter number 1. Howe's next possession started at their own 31-yard line, only went up to the 34. However, a 63-yard touchdown run by Cameron Blesseye was wiped out by a face mask call, which pushed Howe back in their own territory, and the touchdown was nullified by the face mask, and eventually they had to punt back to Boyd. That was a huge penalty on Howe that really had a big effect on this football game, because if without the face mask call, Blesseye's 63-yard touchdown run would have cut the gap 13-7 if Vic makes the PAT, and she normally does. However, it gave Boyd the ball back at their own 48-yard line, and quickly, 6 plays, 52 yards later, Reisenhoover hit Dawson White for a touchdown in the corner of the end zone, capping off a 6-play, 52-yard drive and giving Boyd a 20-0 lead with 11:26 left to go in quarter number 2. Howe's next possession started at their own 30-yard line and ended in a punt, only 4 plays later. The Boyd Yellowjackets' next possession started at the 47-yard line, and it took only 2 plays for Reisenhoover to hit Nick Taylor in the corner of the end zone for 47 yards. Actually, that was not the corner of the end zone. That was a pass across the middle, and Nick Taylor made a bunch of people miss and made a good run to finish off that touchdown run. So after the PAT by McIntyre, the 2-play 47-yard drive gave the Yellowjackets a 27-0 lead with 9:23 left to go in the second quarter, and we're talking about deja vu all over again. Howe took the ball, 9:23 left to go, drove it up 8 plays, but had to punt. It was a nice drive by Howe, but ended in that unfamiliar or unfamous punt area, and Boyd took the ball back at 5:40 left to go before the half, and they fumbled for the first time tonight around the right edge. It was Boone Eustace, who's trying to fight for more yardage, was flipped over end. Howe came up with a football. We believe it was Caden Harmon who came up with it, which gave Howe the ball at the Boyd 41-yard line. And that's where Howe went on an 11-play drive and took all 41 yards, and it was Cameron Blesseye who plunged in over the right side for the Howe touchdown of the half and gave the Bulldogs, it gave the Yellowjackets actually a 27-7 lead, left only 6 seconds on the quarter number 2 clock, and here we are. So some missed opportunities by Howe. Had the 63-yard touchdown by Blesseye been able to stand, I think we're sitting in a different football game right now. But, as you see it, shoulda, coulda, woulda is still undefeated. And I imagine shoulda, coulda, woulda will always be undefeated. And right now it's 27-7. We're at the half. We'll come back. We'll have more Howe Bulldog football in just a moment right after this.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time homebuyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274. To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Welcome back. It's halftime here at Boyd J.G. Cartwright Field at Yellowjackets Stadium. The tunnel for Boyd is back up. Howe's is not yet up. Perhaps a little bit deflated, as some of the fans are across the way on this 27-7 lead by Boyd here in at the half. So we'll pop on here in a minute, and matter of fact, it's getting close to the homecoming announcement. So here we go.
Your 2018 homecoming king is Caleb Rodriguez.
Taylor Rodriguez, I believe. That was the king, Taylor Rodriguez. Sorry about that. And the queen is, crowd please, drum please, drum roll.
Abby Hayes.
Abby Hayes. I'm not sure if she's related to Chris Hayes, who's listening in Denver, Colorado, but congratulations to Allie Hayes, the 2018 homecoming queen of Boyd High School. Again, it's Howe and Boyd over here, close to Fort Worth, and right now it's all Boyd. The boys of halftime gave you the scores from around the area, and there's some pretty good scores going on from what I understand. I heard the Pottsboro and Aubrey score was tied a moment ago. 7-7 was what y'all gave. I'm not sure if there's been any changes in that. I do have Commerce leading Kemp. No, Kemp leading Commerce 35-24. Van Alstyne is ahead of Gainesville 27-12. That one just started the second half. Maybank is winning over Canton. Coach Zach Hudson looking for his first win over there at his new hometown of Maybank. The Denison Yellowjackets getting hammered right now by Reedy High School, 45-7. Sherman losing to Northwest over here just around the way from us. That's not very far. A few miles just to our west. 14-0 Northwest in the lead over Sherman.
One score I had mine too was Gunner leads Pilot Point 7-0. That is in the third quarter. Gunner, number 4 team, ranked team in the state of Texas in Class 3A, lead Pilot Point 7-0 in the third quarter.
Wolf City over Tom Bean 21-6. Again, a lot of Thursday night games. You wouldn't even know that anything is different because all the scores that are going on tonight. The Lindsay over Whitewright 21-7. Bells trailing Collinsville 28-26. Caddo Mills leading Lone Oak 21-14. And Paradise leading Callisburg 27-13. Pottsboro took the lead over Aubrey 13-7. And as you mentioned, Gunner and Pilot Point 7-0 in the second half, just underway. Gunner leading 7-0, and here 27-7. Leonard getting beat by Detroit 18-7, and that's your scores from around the area for the Thursday night lights. They did wipe off our window, and it was great for a few moments. It's kind of fogged back up again. It can't be any worse than what it was, that's for sure.
Hopefully they don't make one time rotate. They don't do it one time around, and then that's it. Hopefully they come back around.
It'd be nice to have one more possibly to go around, but hey, better than nothing, right?
Right.
So we're just about ready for both teams to come back on the field. We got about a minute and a half, it appears, before we have football action again. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this timeout.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Both teams are on the field, and we're getting another one. Hey, he's coming by.
All right.
Yes, yes, yes. We're giving him a big pump. Yeah, thank you, guy. Oh, here they come back. Boy, this is service right here.
Right here, yeah. This is.
Tell you what, hey, we've had some great hospitality over there, man. Tell you what, these
great
guys are
facilities
awesome.
over here at Boyd.
I will always talk good about the Boyd Yellowjackets hospitality over here. Nice work, guys. They're cleaning off the windows with squeegees and everything. Look at that. Pretty sharp. So we're getting ready for the Tech Wave kickoff. Reisenhuber is out there doing some talking, but I don't think he's going to kick. McIntyre usually does the kicking. Howe's going to get the football first to start this second half. As, you know, I didn't change the scoreboard to the half, but here we are. It's in the third quarter now. We're getting ready to get underway. Howe needs to get on the board here to start this second half.
A score right now in this first possession could really do wonders for this team.
They definitely need a score here.
And I think just as important, if not more important, is being able to, I guess one thing at a time, but being able to get a stop on defense as well.
So we're now ready for the Tech Wave kickoff to get this third quarter underway. And it'll be McIntyre teeing it up at the 40-yard line, races to the ball, kicks it off. It's going to be a high kick taken at the 11-yard line by Jalen Thornton, coming to the middle of the field. Now right hash knocked down hard at the 27-yard line, and that's where Howe will start this second half from their own 27.
One thing I know during halftime here when me and Steven did the halftime show was we've seen this Bulldog offense start to do different wrinkles. We saw a couple of reverses. We've seen just some different things that we haven't seen earlier in the year, trying to just figure out a way to work against this Boyd defense.
Just underway. Here we go. Third quarter time. Elvington goes under center. Man in motion. This is going to be a handoff right side. A lot of room over right guard for Cameron Blesseye on first down. He'll gain enough for about 4 yards to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, had a little bit of a hole there. Just, again, that interior line, there's just not as many holes as there usually are.
It was a big opening for a moment. Right behind right guard, it seemed like Blesseye went a little bit more towards the middle behind center. It closed up on him pretty quickly, but still right about 4 yards. Under center again, man in motion is Akins. Handoff left side this time, and that's Lee. He'll get a couple up to the 36. Ground and pound.
Austin Lee, who came in tonight with 280 yards with 5 touchdowns, averaging 7 yards a carry, 7.2 yards a carry, and he just hadn't been able to get going tonight. But you're in a 3rd and 2 situation right here. This is probably still give it to Lee or Cameron Blesseye territory right here.
You would imagine that, right guard, left guard, somewhere with that fullback. That's kind of been the MO so far. Handoff, left, right guard, and that is Joseph Brennan to pick up the first down at the 41-yard line.
And Joseph Brennan, he's another one of those, another tough runner. We don't see a lot of him.
Brennan more of a speedster. He can really get out there around the edge, but they hand off to him right over right guard, trust him up the middle to bang over a couple of defenders and pick up the first down. A nice run by Brennan.
And unofficially, Monty, that is the second third down they've converted tonight.
So ball at the 41, just underway in the third quarter. 3 men in the backfield, including the wing, and this is going to be a handoff to Mason Riggs over the left side, corralled and brought down after a 1-yard gain to the 42-yard line.
Again, the Bulldogs, as they always do, just kind of rotate different running backs in.
Well, it was a defensive end, Dylan Inman, who just kind of grabbed Riggs behind the shoulder pads and flipped him over to make a great kind of a hog tie there. 2nd down and 9 coming up, 9:46 in quarter number 3. Handoff right side, Blesseye spins out of a tackle, close to a first down. A great run there by Blesseye to never keep his feet stopping. He kept his feet moving up to midfield.
Blesseye's probably been the bright spot of this running back committee tonight. He is, I said earlier, he's wheeled his way to get extra yards. You see it right there. He comes down, probably was going to be stopped for about 2 or 3 yard gain. Got about 4, 5, 6 out of that one.
Yeah, he got 8, I believe.
It was 8, okay.
Yeah, 8 yards officially on the play, spotted right at midfield.
Another 3rd and short here for the Bulldogs, right at midfield.
Man in motion is Brennan. This is going to be a handoff to Lee. Hit initially, surges forward, going to be close to a first down. Had he went down initially by the first hit, no way he would have got it, but this is going to be close.
I think he got that. Yeah, that first hit, he wasn't going to get it. Second one, may have got a little closer. I think it took him a 3rd try to finally get over that first down marker. He needed like 1. He got maybe 1.5.
Well, the ball spotted at the 49. They have not made an indication yet, and now they have. First down. A man down for Boyd, and that's the right tackle, Hunter Nash. He is still not gotten up yet. He normally plays the right tackle on offense, but he's in here on defense. Nash is 5'11", 180 pounds, and a junior. His helmet was off, and he's still on the ground. Hoping he pops right up here, and he does. I thought about, hey, let's go take a commercial break, because when we do, they always pop right back up, and you need to come back from break. But didn't need to do that. He pops up anyway. 8:53 on the clock here in quarter number 3. Boyd on top, 27-7. Howe trying to push it in here on the first opening possession of the second half. They've driven so far from the 27 to the 49, just barely pushing it over into Boyd territory. And here is Howe with a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, toss left side. And I believe that's Blesseye. Stumbles for a moment. And I think he's trapped behind. Again, the fog is coming up, so it's kind of hard to see again. But it's going to be a loss on the play of about a yard back to midfield. But the line judge says to the 49 that he got back to the line of scrimmage, so a nice spot.
Yeah, he got back. But yeah, I guess got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a yard there on that run play.
So the fog is getting pretty thick again on the windows.
We're having to really work to see to find a little hole, an opening in this windows to see.
So Elvington's going to hand off to the right side. Not much doing there again as Boyd cramming the box full. And I think for a moment, here it is, 3rd down coming up.
That was Austin Lee with the carry, and yeah, again he's had a couple of openings, but not much. They've done a pretty good job of keeping Lee contained.
You think at some point you want to get all those people out of the box and maybe throw it down the field, but you don't want to throw it when they expect you to throw it. If you're going to throw the football, do it when you want to throw it. But it is 3rd down and 9 right here. 2 men in the backfield. Elvington under center. He's going to toss near side, and that's Cameron Blesseye trying to fight out of a tackle. Can't do it. Tackled by 4 Yellowjackets around their left side of the defense. And it's going to be 4th down and punt time for Howe.
Pitch out to the right side. Elvington was trying to get a block there, but just a good pursuit by some of the linebackers there for the Bulldogs. I saw number 20, Michael McCormick, I believe, one of the tacklers in on that play, and again a punt situation here as the Bulldog drive stalls.
So a 10-play drive goes for naught. And here's Thornton's. Oh, it goes over Thornton's head. The snap goes over Thornton's head. He picks it up at the 27. He's going to be tackled at the 34-yard line of Boyd. So Boyd's going to have great position right here to score again. Deep in Howe territory. at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that ball just went over his head, and he had enough room. I thought maybe he could have maybe done a running kick. I don't know if he just didn't feel comfortable doing that, but when he picked that ball up, he had about a couple of seconds he could have kicked that. But again, I don't know if he felt comfortable doing a running kick, so maybe he just decided to run and get just whatever he could out of it. But another mental error here by the Bulldogs.
Ball at the 35-yard line of Howe. Reisenhoover in the gun will stand straddling the 40-yard line with one man standing to his right. And I believe that's Eustace with 3 slots to the near side. He's going to hand off to Eustace around the left edge behind those 3 blockers he had, and he's going to gain maybe 2 yards up to the 32-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the carry, sets up a 2nd down and 7 with 6:27 in quarter number 3.
That was Dyson Dillard in the middle of that 3-man defensive line with the pursuit and making the tackle for a 2-yard gain.
Split out wide to the near side is Couture. And watch out for him, 6'3", 205, the big target. Reisenhoover looks that way, and in the quick out, he's going to make the catch at about the 27-yard line. Close to a 1st down, but not enough, as Couture and Reisenhoover, the big hookup there, they love to play catch. And that's about a, let's see, 27, about a 5-yard gain on the quick out.
Again, Couture coming to this game, he was the leading receiver on this team with 270 receiving yards to 20 receptions. And again, the Boyd Yellowjackets continue that balanced attack where you just can't, they're not just running, they're not just passing, they're doing a little bit of both.
3rd down and 3 coming up for Reisenhoover and company. Handoff left side. No, he's going to pull it, throw it in the flats. Caught for a 1st down on the far side. Spinning out of a tackle, and finally a couple other Bulldogs get there. Hard to see who made the catch on the outside. Armillo is usually in the area, but I believe that is King, and it is. King makes the catch for a 1st down at the 21-yard line.
A quick pass there. He broke one tackle and almost broke a second one there before the Bulldog defender, I didn't see he was on that right side, was able to, who's it? 21, J.D. Thornton, able to hold on until the rest of the cavalry came, but still a 1st down for the Yellowjackets.
Ball at the 21-yard line, moving right to left as Boyd, man in motion. They hand the ball off to the man in motion. He comes across, got the 20, got the 15, got the 5, spinning, and I believe that's King over for the touchdown. That is not King. That is Braden Hopkins, rather. And Hopkins scores from 21 yards out.
Just a run around that left side, around that left tackle. Mason Riggs looked like he was trying to get a hold call. He's kind of raising his hands like they're holding me here.
Are they going to spot him down at the 1?
But Riggs didn't get the call, but yeah, Jackets are just going to be a yard short.
So ball spotted at the 1, 1st and goal. Reisenhoover, handoff up the middle. That's Eustace, and he's in. Touchdown, Boyd.
Just a handoff up the middle, nothing complicated about that. Just got behind that left guard and just drove his way in. And Yellowjackets now back to a commanding lead, 33-7, with 4:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So at the moment, it's 33. And after the PAT, we'll see if they can tick it on up to 34 with 4:23 left to go in quarter number 3. McIntyre back to do the kicking. It's up, it's high. It looks true, but it is not. It's wide to the left. So our score of 33-7 stands right there. We'll be back right after this timeout.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at mredinsurance.com.
Well, Howe jumped offside, so we're going to do it again. Try this PAT again. And this time the kick is up. The kick is high.
I think they went outsides again.
Another flag? and it was wide right. I don't see a flag.
I guess it looked like he jumped, but I guess they didn't call it, but he missed it again.
All right, back what we were doing.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8.
Sonic of Howe is where you get great food and big smiles and a little message for our Howe Bulldog football players.
Go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Looking to purchase a home? Michelle Castle and the team at Guild Mortgage Sherman are excited to announce 321 Home, our new exclusive program that gives first-time home buyers a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot and $1,500 towards closing costs. For more information, call us at 903-957-3100. That's 903-957-3100. Guild Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Company NMLS number 3274.
Welcome back, as we're just about ready for the Tech Wave kickoff by Boyd. They've had a lot of those tonight. In a moment, we'll give you the Exalt Realty scoring drive recap. In the meantime, the kickoff's going to be sent deep to about the 15-yard line, coming near side, knocked down hard at the 26-yard line as a return man for Howe. And Howe will start from their own 26 with 4:16 as Arturo Lauder brings it up to the 26. Our State Fair of Texas play of the game tonight, it appears, and I say appears, it will be a 1-yard touchdown by Cameron Blesseye over right guard. And that will be our State Fair of Texas play of the game. Be the first one. Here's a deep ball by Elvington. Looking deep, left side, up and down, and believe, gosh, it's hard to see.
Yeah,
assuming it's incomplete. Nobody's running down the field.
It is incomplete. It was intended for Elijah Campbell. Bulldogs, I guess, are getting, maybe desperation mode right now.
Again, back to the State Fair of Texas play of the game. It was Cameron Blesseye, a 1-yard touchdown run over right guard. Be the first one to email news@howenterprise.com. News@howenterprise.com. The first one to email will win 4 tickets to the State Fair of Texas this year. We'll announce the winner in Monday's edition of the Howe Enterprise. Second down at 10. This is going to be a handoff right side, and I believe it's usually Lee coming in on second down, or it's third down rather. And they'll spot the ball somewhere around the 32-yard line. And that was Lee, I'm told.
Lee with about a 5-yard gain there, so another third down and, 5-6 here for the Bulldogs.
So third down and 6 as the heater comes on to try to get rid of these, the fog up here.
I can smell it.
3:35 on the clock. This is going to be a toss left side, Blesseye looking for the corner. Trying to find the corners, brought down. I think that's going to be for a loss back at the 31-yard line. Just too quick on the outer edge is Boyd as they scrape really well. Got there in a hurry, and a 1-yard loss and another punt situation for Howe. 4th down and 6. We have an injury timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
To compete at the highest level, you need reliable teammates to share the load, strong leadership, and unquestionable character. It's true in athletics, and it's true with financial services. At Independent Bank, we understand success on the field is a result of unseen hours of hard work and preparation long before the first whistle. Visit any of our branches, and you'll find local bankers invested in the community, committed to building strong business partnerships and helping families reach their financial goals. Independent Bank is proud to be a part of Howe Student Athletics. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
Punt time for the Bulldogs. Thornton this time a good snap. He punts it away. It's going to send Boyd back to the 38-yard line, still going towards the 30.
still rolling. And it's finally going to be killed dead inside the 30 to the 29. A great roll of about 15 yards on Thornton's kick will send Boyd back to the 30-yard line to start this next drive.
Well, again, we've said it several times tonight, as Boyd gets ready to start this drive, just to make it respectful, you just need stops. You need to at least slow them down. They've been able to score on just about every possession here lately. And it's continued from the first half into the second half. I guess the adjustments they've made so far just aren't working.
There's 3:02 on the clock here in quarter number 3, 33-7. Boyd in the lead. The heater is on, trying to get rid of this fog up here on the windows. It might get a little steamy up here. Hope you wore your deodorant, Justin. And off to, that's going to be, once again, Gaunt on the carry. Over right tackle, that was kind of a delayed handoff, and he's going to gain 2. A nice play on the left edge of the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, J.C. Helpenstell able to make the shoestring tackle. Gaunt was like he was shot out of a cannon there, but good pursuit there by Helpenstell coming from his, I believe his outside linebacker position to make the tackle.
Gaunt's the one who got things rolling early in the game with a 63-yard touchdown run. And here's Reisenhoover in the gun, and he wants to pull it. Throws it across the middle. It's going to be caught, and that's Couture at the 42-yard line. Spins forward for another yard at the 43. Caden Harmon in coverage along with Elijah Campbell. That's going to move the sticks at the 43-yard line.
Reisenhoover held that ball there in the belly of the running back, just watching the defense what they were going to run, then kept it himself, found a slant across the middle to Couture. And I believe that was Thornton who made the tackle.
Yeah, there was a lot of Bulldogs there, including Campbell. 11 yards on the pickup. Empty backfield for Reisenhoover. Drops back 3 steps, looking down the field, throws right, got his man. That's going to be Taylor who makes the catch. He's got some room and some speed along the left edge. The big running back or tight end is across and over the end zone for the touchdown. 57 yards, but I think there's a flag on the play.
I believe there is. I can't see where it's at because of the windows, but I think there's a flag. I see everybody walking back, so.
Yeah, it's not a touchdown, and I couldn't even tell, Stephen, who actually made the catch. I think it was Nick Taylor. Yeah, it was Taylor. And I am totally surprised of the speed of Nick Taylor. He's 6'1", 220, and man alive, he can fly.
And he's only a sophomore too, Monty.
Wow. Look out, college recruits. There's one right there. It's going to get a lot of letters.
Holding against the Yellowjackets.
So they'll move the ball back to the 33-yard line. And instead of the 43, instead of a 57-yard touchdown, it'll be a 10-yard loss. Back to the 33, second down and 20 coming up for Boyd. Reisenhoover drops back 3 steps, 5 steps, sets up the screen, and he's got the screen, and he's got a man, crosses midfield on the completion. Right at midfield is Couture on the catch. Ran just a drag from the left side across the middle, close to a first down. And they'll spot him right at the 49-yard line in Howe territory, so a 16-yard gain from Reisenhoover to Couture. And man alive, they can move the football at will.
I mean, the Bulldogs, you got them down in 1st and 20, and yeah, they gained 16, 18 on that play. And one of our keys to the game was talking about pressuring the quarterback and making clean tackles. The Bulldogs have had problems with tackling all night long.
Second down and 3, right to left goes Boyd with a man in the backfield right next to Reisenhoover, and I believe that's Gould.
Yep.
Gould. Anyway, he's wearing gold, but Gott has enough for a first down at the Howe 43-yard line. Carson Grogan makes the stop for the Bulldogs as they pull the chains. 50 seconds on the third quarter clock. It is moving. And at this point, you think, man, that clock can't move fast enough, trailing 33-7.
Yeah, I think at this point, like I say, you don't want to quit. You want to keep it respectful, but at some point you got to figure out this one. You're just not going to win this one tonight.
Reisenhoover in the gun, drops back 3 steps, looks downfield, right side, has a man. It's going to be incomplete, overshot. It's his intended receiver, which again was Braden Hopkins, and Hopkins may have had alligator arms on that one. As he was going up for it, there was a defender just about to pounce on him, and that ball falls incomplete.
Yeah,
It'll be second down and 10.
There was a safety coming right there that would have annihilated him if he would have caught that ball. So he made a business decision, I think. Let that one go.
Second down and 10. Reisenhoover rolls out left. He's going to keep it. He's got the 40, 35. Spun out of a tackle at the 33 and inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Arturo Lauder with the tackle. Reisenhoover, he hadn't had to run much. He's had plenty of time back there to throw, but on this one he pocket collapse. He ran. He made something out of nothing and able to get a first down.
15 yards on the run. That could be the last play of the third quarter. I believe it is. They're going to let time expire. 33-7 when we come back. It'll be fourth quarter time in Boyd, Texas. Back in a moment.
Exceeding your expectations is what we strive for here at Scoggins Funeral Home in Van Alstyne. Since the beginning, affordability has been at the top of our checklist. Every day, we're proving that funerals don't have to be expensive. From our facilities to having a personalized service, all of the details are addressed. Nothing can cause you more disappointment than poor quality. Make it special. Make it Scoggins Funeral Home. We put our name on it. Tommy and Bobby K. Scoggins are here with you in your time of need. Visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
If you're looking for a welding company that will always meet your expectations, we are just the team you need. Robertson Welding Service can do industrial, commercial, or domestic. Robertson Welding Service guarantees the quality and satisfaction of your project at a fair price. We provide precision, custom, and repair service in all steels. We even weld aluminum and stainless. You can be comfortable that Robertson Welding Service is the right company for your project. We can be found on Facebook, or you can call us at 903-328-6588. That's 903-328-6588.
Fourth quarter we go, 33-7. Boyd in the lead. And we flip sides of the field here, and now Boyd moving left to right at the Howe 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Yellowjackets. As Reisenhoover, who's had a great game, drops back 3 steps, flushed out of the pocket, outright, throws right, incomplete. And he was trying to hit the big tight end. That's going to be Nick Taylor. Or is that White? Again, it's really hard to see. No, that was
Couture.
That was Couture across the side. And we hear from our spotter that Parker Blunt tipped the ball, and that caused the incompletion. There's a nice play there by Blunt to get his paws on the ball.
There's a flag on the play there on the Yellowjackets.
And it looks like apparently it's going to be holding. They're backing them up 10 yards. First down and 20 coming up. So this will be a handoff. One more time left side, and that's Gaunt. He's got some speed. He's got some speed. And he'll roll to the 33-yard line, maybe the 32. Pretty good gain there for Gaunt.
Elijah Campbell in on that tackle there. Good job by him. Grabbed him by the back of the jersey and slung him down. Got caught, and we got the windshield wipers coming back out.
It's a nice sight. But there's so much water on these windows. It's unbelievable. Where's the squeegee? Hey, that looks pretty good right there. Thank you. Reisenhoover drops back 5 steps. Deep down the field, left side, incomplete. Looking on the left. Usually when he looks left, it's Couture. And that's a long way away. It's hard to tell if that's Couture or over there. And I believe it is, and it is. And it falls incomplete. Third down and 15 coming up
and when
for the Yellowjackets.
When Reisenhoover threw that, Devin Porter came and just delivered a blow that I thought was going to be a little late. The official looked at it. Reisenhoover looked back at the official like, what are you waiting on? The official decided to make a no call there.
11:41 left to go in the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Let me check the scoreboard there. Change that over. Fourth quarter time. And Reisenhoover dropping back and wants to pass again. Looks like he's setting up deep ball left side, and that one's going to be incomplete. Could be a late hit out of bounds, but it's not going to be. At least the flag's not thrown. And that brings up 4th and 15. Trying to hit Couture again on the left side. And it falls incomplete. 4th down and 15 coming up. 11:34 on the fourth quarter clock.
I believe Carson Grogan and Devin Porter again in on some pressure there. Carson Grogan knocking him down, knocking Reisenhuber down. At least making him feel it when he steps back to throw that ball.
10th play of the drive coming up for Boyd, and 4th and 15. It appears that they're going to go for it. Reisenhuber now drops back to punt this one away at his own 41-yard line. He's just going to kind of pooch this one away. Bounces at the 20, sticks right there to the turf, and is going to be down at the 21-yard line. So Howe's next possession will start at the 21, although there's whistles all over the field. Not sure what that's about. The officials are talking right in the middle of the field at about the 33-yard line.
But I don't see a flag out.
I'm looking for a flag. But as of the moment, Howe's going to have the ball with 11:27. Headed from right to left at the 21-yard line. We'll see what the call is. Personal foul against Boyd. So moving on up 15 yards from the 21-yard line.
Well, I'll take what they can get right now. They've had a hard time moving the ball here in the second half, so whatever help they can get.
So now Howe will start at the 36 of Boyd. And we have a clean window.
We do. And it's not fogging up.
It's not fogging up.
It took us 4 quarters to get there.
Nice. We can see.
And it's so clear. It's amazing when they brush away that fog, how clear it is.
Yeah. So 11:27 left to go in the game. And the ball is spotted at the 36-yard line. Howe has a 1st and 10. However, the markings are in the wrong spot. First down markers are in the wrong spot. They're moving during the play. Austin Lee is moving during the play. He's going to gain 1 yard. And I cannot believe that the officials are letting them move the sticks during the play. It's a gain of 1 up to the 37-yard line.
Again, a run by Austin Lee. I'd be curious to see what his stats are at the end of this game because he has just not been able to get anything going tonight.
They'll spot it at the 38, actually, so give Austin Lee a couple of yards there as the clock rolls under 11 minutes left to go in the game. Elijah Campbell split out wide. I'd call it wide, but it's really not. Here's a handoff running near side, trying to cut up the middle, and right there on the spot around the right edge to make the stop, I believe, is going to be Herring on the stop. Harmon was on the carry from motion on the jet sweep from right to left, and nothing doing there. No gain on the play. Ball still spotted at the 38-yard line, 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good pursuit there by the Boyd defense. They were right there on that, snipped that out from the beginning. The Yellowjackets just done a good job tonight, just staying in their lane, staying on their assignments, and stop this rushing attack.
Here's a toss right side. Mason Riggs tries to cut it up over right tackle and runs into a pile at the 40-yard line. So Howe again probably going to have to punt here from their own 40 on 4th and 6 coming up, trailing 33-7. 10:02 on the clock, and now it rolls under 10 minutes.
And Monty, these are those kind of games we've all been in them where you're just getting your tail kicked all over the field, over the court, or whatever contest you're in. You just don't show quit right now. You got to complete the game.
Thornton bangs this one away. A good punt by Thornton all the way back to the 20-yard line. The catch was caught. The punt was caught at the 20, and it sent him all the way back so much where he was backpedaling and fell down. And that's Armio, who made the catch, did a good job of just hanging on to it.
Well, that's another blessing for the Bulldogs. Yeah, just backpedal and fell right back on his backside.
9:36 to go in the game. Reisenhuber and company from their own 20-yard line. Still in the gun, and a man stands right behind him. I believe that's Eustace. I can't tell if that's Eustace.
I think that is Eustace.
I think you're right. 2 receivers out left, 1 to the near side. And this is going to be a handoff over left guard. Eustace splits a defender and now bangs over 2 more for about 5 yards at the 25-yard line.
Again, another decent run there, a 5-yard run there by the Yellowjackets, and they've been able to get 5, 6, 7 yards a clip here.
So 2nd down and 5 coming up from the Boyd 25. Joseph Brennan is going to cover one slot receiver. J.D. Thornton down here at the bottom. And this is going to be a handoff near side. And splitting a couple of defenders and shot out of a cannon is Armillo on the carry for a first down run up to the 33-yard line.
Just a jet sweep there and been tackled by number 45, Joseph Brennan.
8-yard gain.
But a first down for the Yellowjackets.
And the clock winds at 8:43.
But again, Monty talking about earlier, I mean, these are games where you're getting beat. You're probably not going to win, but you don't want to give up. You want to play a complete game and be able to hold your head up high and just say you didn't quit in this a game like this.
1st and 10. Reisenhoover handoff up the middle. Lots of room up the middle for Eustace to the 39. Good for about 5 yards. Eustace had a little ankle injury, missed the last 2 weeks. And boy, is he important to this team. You can tell by how he runs right there. Teamed with Gaunt, they just make an outstanding pair. Kind of like Lee and Blesseye.
I would say that's their Lee and Blesseye for their squad.
Different types of runners.
Absolutely.
Howe has the fullback where they have 2 tailback types. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Reisenhoover throws out. It's going to be caught. Out of the backfield is Dylan Inman, and he'll have enough for a first across Howe territory at about the 46-yard line.
Spencer Akins was right there in front of the receiver. It was right over the outstretched hands of Akins, and then Brennan able to bring him down, and Brennan had to hang on there for dear life to bring him down out of bounds. And again, the Yellowjackets with another first down, just continue to move this ball.
Well, he apparently stayed in bounds as the clock is winding at 7:28. Reisenhoover going to hand off. Coming near side is Eustace and a big hole 40, 35-30. Look out, 25, brought down from behind at the 20-yard line by Jalen Thornton. And another first down for the Boyd Yellowjackets. 26 yards for Eustace over right tackle.
Yeah, I mean, this again, they're not trying to run up the scoring thing. They're just kind of taking what the Bulldogs give them, and they're just making big holes and just big gashes of yards here on each carry, and all the way down to the 20-yard line. As the clock continues to tick, and as you said, it can't go fast enough.
Taking their time now is Boyd. Play clock at 5. Handoff, Eustace up the middle, another big hole. Carson Grogan hanging on for dear life, makes the tackle, but not after another 9-yard gain by Eustace up the middle. Ball spotted at the 11.
And I tell you what, these running backs, talk about Eustace and Gaunt, they're not big guys, and they're not, but they're powerful and they're fast.
Reisenhoover checks out of the game, a new quarterback in. And I believe the new quarterback is going to be Zeb Souter. And a timeout has been called. And with 6:22 on the clock by the Yellowjackets. We'll take 1-2 right back right after this.
Monty, that was Damius Karowski on the tackle. Hey, this is Michael Mosier. I may not be up in that luxury outdoor suite on top of the press box, but hey, I'm still supporting the Bulldogs. I'm proud to be a part of the Howe Athletic Booster Club, where it's only $25 to become a member. I may have retired from pronouncing those difficult names on Friday nights, but I can say go Dogs without batting an eye. Become a black and white, towel-waving Bulldog fan by signing up at each home game behind the home bleachers, and remember, Aljundo Dakenstater on the stop.
I'm attorney Micah Belden, and I will always be a Bulldog. I'm a proud graduate of Howe High School. The great leadership from our teachers and coaches helped me be able to become one of the few certified criminal law specialists in Texas. While I love the black and white, in trials, everything is not always that way. If you've been investigated, arrested, or charged with a crime in North Texas, you need to call me now at 903-744-4252 for a free consultation. I'm board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization, Principal Office, Sherman, Texas.
Back to action as the new quarterback in shotgun formation, and that is Zeb Souter. And he gets it And he's going to keep it around the left edge. He's got the 10. He's got some speed. Hit down hard at about the 7-yard line. And I'm not sure if he got out of bounds or not.
Don't think
the clock has stopped at 6:13. They got to move the sticks because it is enough for a first down.
The quarterback keeper there by the QB, and another first down and inside the 10-yard line, first and goal.
Apparently he got out of bounds. Clock stopped at 6:13. He'll go back in shotgun formation here. Boyd looking for 40, 33-7. Souter in the gun, handoff right side. And no, Howe has the football to the near side at the 40, at the 50, at the 40, at the 30, and finally brought down from behind. His helmet comes off. Parker Blunt.
Rumble, big man, rumble. Quarterback dropped the ball there in the backfield, and Parker Blunt was like, look what I found, and he rumbled all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Get that man some oxygen.
Wow. Run, Parker, run. Run, Parker, run. Then we have an injured Boyd, Yellow Jacket, at about the 14-yard line, way back there. But Parker Blunt picked it up, and, man, I'm like, run, Parker, run.
And he had like 2 or 3 Bulldog defenders or blockers ahead of him. But yeah, I think he was just kind of running out of gas. He got down the 30, the 20-yard line of Boyd, and just didn't have much left.
So it looks like the injured Boyd Yellow Jacket is Jacob Herring, who's their right guard on offense, and their defensive tackle on defense. He's a senior, and he's walking off the field under his own direction. So good news there for Mr. Herring and his family. It's first down and 10 for Howe with 5:58 left to go here in quarter number 4, and Howe has the ball at their Boyd 20-yard line.
Now my question is, Parker Blunt plays center for the Bulldogs, and I wonder if he's in there. I do see him now, okay. After running down there, running 80 yards, 70 yards, if he was going to be on offense or not, but yeah, he's in there.
First down and 10 for Howe, right to left, trying to finish off this football game in good fashion. Get some points on the board. Krantz in the gun. Handoff Joseph Brennan over right tackle. Bounces out, trying to get out, can't get out. Brought down way behind the line of scrimmage, but forward progress will give him the 21-yard line.
Yeah, just with Krantz back there, you got an added weapon. The handoff to Brennan, and just the Yellow Jacket defense was having none of it. No gain on the play, back to the line of scrimmage.
Austin Lee checks out of the game. That means Cameron Blesseye typically is in. There's 5:26 on the clock. It continues to wind here in the fourth quarter. Krantz in the gun. I don't see Blesseye. They fake it to Akins. Krantz wants to throw towards the end zone. It's going to be caught by Waldrop at the 4. Now they'll say he dropped it. Incomplete inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Right there was Waldrop to make the catch. It was a short pass. Waldrop had to go back for it a little bit, and apparently it fell just out of his arms and incomplete. That'll bring up third down and 10.
They must have seen something that we didn't, because, yeah, he came back for that ball. And
he was wide open,
yeah,
too.
He was wide open right there, and just the ball hit him in his hands. I guess it fell. It must have, the nose of it must have hit the ground.
5:12 on the game clock. Third and 10. Again, Krantz in the gun. Brennan, he faked the hand to him, throwing it across, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Same play again. This time it developed a little quicker than it did a moment ago, and he threw the ball out to Waldrop, who ran an out pattern, but he wasn't alone this time. He was double covered, and the ball falls incomplete. Fourth down coming up for the Bulldogs, 4th and 10.
And we've seen we've only seen a couple times, we've seen the arm of Bryce Krantz tonight.
And he'll be in shotgun again on 4th and 10. And he's going to fake the hand. No, he gives it near side right there to make the stop in a hurry around the right edge as a defender. And that is going to be Dylan Inman to make the stop around the right edge. The defensive end takes Harmon and throws him down from behind, and that's going to be a big loss. And a flag is down.
Flag is out
at the 29-yard line. We'll have to check and see what that is. I mean, he slung him down pretty hard. I'm not sure if they're going to call a personal foul there. They're talking to Coach Jay just past the numbers, in between the numbers and the hash marks, and we'll see what they want to do. And I think Howe's going to retain the football here. We'll see. Now, one official I saw indicate some kind of a false start motion, but that's not the referee making that call. Let's see what it is. He's about to give us a call. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Howe.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
So they'll back this one up. And it should be Boyd ball off the turnover on downs.
And they get the 15 yards?
And the 15 yards. Yeah, I would imagine some frustrations spewing a little bit. So a turnover on downs and an unsportsmanlike penalty gives Boyd the ball with 5:02 at their own 41-yard line.
Souter's still in the game for Yellowjackets.
He gets the snap. He hands it off, coming near side, flag down, lots of room, look out, 40. Dylan Inman is gone, 10-5, touchdown Boyd, but hang on, there's a flag back at the 35-yard line.
Holding against the Jackets.
That one's coming back. And wow, that would have been a 59-yard touchdown by Inman, but that didn't happen. 4:50 on the clock left to go in the game. And Howe trails 33-7, trying to shut the door on this one without any further damage, as Boyd has really looked good tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, that district there of who do we say in there? Brock and Pilot Point and Whitesboro, Paradise.
Yeah,
I know Brock's always good, but this Boyd team.
Whitesboro's going to be good. I expect big things out of this Boyd team in that district.
And again, we talk about in a couple of years too. Watch out for them here in a couple of years.
Yeah, again, 7 of them on defense are sophomores. 5 on offense are sophomores. This is a scary program right now. They could be crazy good in a couple of years. It could be crazy good this year and next year. Shotgun, Souter, hands off up the middle. I believe that's Inman again. This time he's brought down at the 32-yard line. A nice play, and that is J.C. Helpenstell, the linebacker, to come up to make the stop, along with J.D. Thornton. And that'll be no gain on the play at the 33-yard line.
Well, the Bulldogs aren't showing a lot of quit. They're still out there trying to tackle, out there trying to hustle, but I think they're ready for this one to be over with.
4:05 on the clock, and I would imagine that Boyd is going to try to milk this final 3:57. Just try to go into the house without any further damage. This is going to be Eustace. He's looking for the left edge. And a fumble. Ball comes out around the left edge. Boyd says they have it at the 30. Believe they do. Nope. Howe has it. Riggs comes up with the football, so things get a little sloppy here when the backups come in for Boyd. Howe trying to take advantage of it. Couldn't do it a moment ago when they took the ball at the 20-yard line of Boyd. Now are going to have an opportunity at the 30.
Yeah, good job by the Bulldogs there. Mason Riggs to hop on that loose fumble. I think he recovered a fumble or had an interception last week, so he's been active on the defensive side of the ball the last couple of weeks.
So 3:44 on the clock left to go in the game. And under center goes Elvington. Toss, right side, Austin Lee banged down hard, no gain, maybe lost a yard at the 31. The near line judge gets him back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 coming up, 3:32 on the clock.
Again, Lee's holes tonight have just not been there. He's just Boyd is focused in on not allowing Lee and Blesside to get going. Blesside's had a little bit of has done well, but Lee's had a hard time tonight.
Grant coming there near side, split out wide to the left. 2 men in the backfield, and that's going to be a toss near side, and hit hard after a 1-yard gain is Krantz, who gets the toss coming near side. So Johnny, or jack of all trades, Bryce Krantz,
playing quarterback and running back.
Quarterback, running back, cornerback, whatever you want him to do. The ball's at the 29-yard line. And it's 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. 2:42 on the clock, trying to milk some clock and get it in the end zone and go home. No victory like tonight or this week. As Elvington goes under center, and this is going to be a rollout left, wanting to throw down the field. It's going to be caught at the 20-yard line by the tight end Porter, who makes the catch. The clock will wind. Although he got out of bounds, I think the officials are ready to get out of here,
I think so, too. I think he was clearly out of bounds, but I think the officials, they're ready to go home, too.
Ball's at the 18-yard line. A first down. They'll move the sticks, stop the clock at 2:20 to move the sticks. And a nice catch by Porter. Nice throw there by Elvington on the rollout move coming near side. Right to left as Grant will be split out wide to the right. Brennan is the slot back in motion. They're going to hand off up the middle, or not up the middle, over right tackle, and that's a new ball carrier for Howe. And I believe on the carry.
We don't have a 30 on here.
We do not.
At least on my roster.
We do not have a 30. That could be Jordan Jones, who was just called up.
Well, if there's any silver lining to this, Monty, is it's non-district. It doesn't count for your playoffs, but it gives you some things to work on here as district starts up next week.
Elvington, a man in motion is Akins. Elvington wants to throw under pressure. Ball comes out. He's able to fall back on it at the 24-yard line. The defender came in right behind Elvington, got his right arm, stripped it out from him, and on the for Boyd coming up there to make that play was Clay Rodriguez, but Elvington able to fall back on it. It's third down and 16 as we're under a minute. 18 on the play clock. Got to run one more play.
Yeah, Elvington back to pass there. Yeah, knocked it away, and good job by him to at least get back on it and maybe get one more out of this tonight.
Elvington looking in the end zone. Deep ball left side for Grant. Goes up, and it's almost intercepted and dropped at the 1-yard line. 37 seconds on the clock. Howe has one more play. Fourth down and 16 coming up.
Trying to go for it all there, going down the sidelines. Ball intended for number 17, Joseph Grant. Threw it up. It was just a little bit short, and the Yellow Jacket defender almost able to come down with that. It'll be fourth down and long. This has got to be the last play for Howe unless they get a first down on it.
It's fourth down and 16. There's 37 seconds left to go in the game. Elvington's going to go under center on an offset I formation. Drops back, wants to throw, flushed out of the pocket, coming near side. He wants to run for it. It's got the 20. It's got the 15. It's got out of bounds at the 14. They're going to roll the clock. And he was out of bounds at the 14. They stopped the clock for the moment at 25 seconds. The official gave the indication to roll the clock. And it's not a conversion on fourth down, so Boyd will take over possession with 25 seconds. You would imagine it would be victory formation time.
Yeah. Elvington on last play, rolled out, looking for somebody downfield, decided to run it himself, and well short of the first down. Again, the Yellow Jacket defense has done what it needed to do tonight to stop this offense here for Bulldogs tonight.
I would imagine one snap and we're done. It's not been the prettiest game for Howe. This one's in the books, 21-20, 19, and that's it. 33-7, Boyd wins their homecoming game 2018 as the Howe Bulldogs will load up their bus tonight and head 90 miles back home, licking their wounds, looking for district.
Yeah, like I said, this one, it counts on your record, but it doesn't count for the playoffs. So you've got a week to get ready. You got Bonham coming out next week. That's where the real season starts. And, and Monty, I'm going to put you on the spot here. I told this to Steven earlier. One thing to think about, maybe it may not matter to Coach Jay and whatever, but there's not a bye week. Usually most teams have a bye week between non-district and district. Bulldogs don't have a bye week till the very end of the season. If they make the playoffs, it'll be nice to have that little bye week, but right now they won't have a bye week here between district and non-district.
I'm not a real big fan of having a bye week before a playoff game, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That I've seen that happen once before, back in 2010 when Howe they won the outright district championship, and back then they earned a right to have a bye week before the playoff game, and came out just flat, and it was just a terrible night. And I'm not sure a bye week is placed properly. Now, it would be nice to have a bye week going into district, but hey, it's not going to happen. Bell's, or Bonham rather, is coming up next Friday night. You hope it's a Friday night. Coach Jay is very superstitious. I'm not sure he'll ever play on a Thursday night again
right?
if he has to.
He'll play on Saturday if he got to.
Yeah, I think his idea of Thursdays are out the door. Let's listen to the school song and the fight song. No fight song tonight. Only do that during wins. It's not been a glorious Thursday night over here in Boyd, Texas, by any means, but a fun one. Anytime you play in a football game, it's fun. And now Boyd turns to their crowd, and they're going to do their school song and fight song and all of that. 33-7, they win tonight over Howe. Howe turns around and faces the Boyd crowd in a very classy style. Anything we've learned pretty quickly that anything Coach Jay does is going to be with class and with honor and dignity and pride. And gosh, when you have a guy like that leading your organization, your football program, your athletics program, you just can't go wrong when a leader of men is on top of a program like that. So hats off to Coach Jay. He always does everything the right way, and it's been, it's been just a wonderful sight to see him come in and do what he's done here in Howe.
Yeah, this will be, and with this being Coach Jay's first loss, it'll be interesting to see how this team bounces back too, going into district.
Yep, the Bulldogs will lick their wounds. They're going to talk here for just a moment. I'm sure they'll have a little word. Coach Jay will probably have something to say for them, but the long way back home. School tomorrow, get on that bus. We're going to get out of here as well. 33-7. Boyd wins tonight over Howe. Howe takes their first loss of the year and ends a 4-game win streak that goes back to the final game of last year. For Stephen Braswell, our spotter, for Justin White, our color analyst, and our Night Furniture sideline reporter, Caroline, who's doing a book club review right now tonight, probably. Whatever she's doing, we missed her tonight. We'll see you next Friday night. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Monty Walker. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com, and is brought to you by Ed Meacham State Farm, Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Attorney Micah Belden, Bucks Norton Barbecue, Tech Wave, Robertson Welding Services, Night Furniture, FBC Howe, Howe Athletic Booster Club, Independent Bank, Exalt Realty. This has been a presentation of Grayson Publishing.